And I also have a second screen, so I can check on the wee.
Ooh, look at you being fancy.
I know, and then I can go, hey, Gabor.
So convenient to have two, right?
Turn 2.
What?
I know, right? It's like the best decision I ever made.
Yeah,
What's
great.
the best decision?
having two screens.
Having two screens.
Oh.
Because I can put something on my second screen while doing work on the first screen. Or like I've got Discord on one screen, Roll20 on another.
That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to rewind time just a little bit back because there's a little bit of confusion with long rest and stuff. So basically, at the end of a long rest, that's when you get the bonus or the benefits of a long rest. And yeah, so after the long rest happens, I'll just basically say, yo, long rest has happened. You guys now have long rest benefits and etc. So in the last episode, we had taken refuge with the Legion of Azrok after being taken by the drow, and we've woken up. Oh well, we started to rest. We were absolutely shattered, and after a short rest, of course, Delvin had died from the implanted spider eggs, and of course, we're all now freaking out because we have a theory that perhaps all of us have eggs planted in them, and we don't know when the timer will go off.
I would like to interject here.
Oh, hang on. Tell you what we'll do is if you want to interject or anything like that, just put your hand up. And what I'll do is I'll go to the Discord stuff and then come back. And then that way the flow doesn't interrupt. So I'm just going to finish my wee bit and then I'll come to you, Dottie. So as a recap, yeah, Delvin died and we were introduced with a new character because Jax, our human paladin, had suddenly felt the pain within her stomach. And yeah, she basically went off and asked for help with the Legion and just went, hey, so I think I've got spider eggs implanted me by these bastard drow. Could you help me out? They had then introduced us to a drow, which is Nactus, our drow male there, played by yours truly, former Slink, which of course is Phil. And yeah, and unfortunately no one was able to help. The Legion of Azrok went, we can give you nice herbs, we can give you anything you want. And what had happened was, shortly before Jax's almost certain demise, she was visited by this beautiful woman who offered her life in return for just signing a wee contract, which Jax had done. And yeah, she got out a wand. She went, hey, Jax, you're now healed. To which, of course, we had the famous quote, which I forgot to write down. I'm going to have to watch the stream previously of what Nactus said. Something about, what was it, Nactus? What was the quote when you saw Jax signing the deal with this presumed devil with a kiss?
After being released from a shithole prison, finally gaining my freedom after maybe a week in that cell, I was like, oh, my evening just got even better.
It's all looking up for Nactus. And at that point, our calling mascot, Richard, our large giant rat, kind of ran out, and Nachmantle, which is the name of this person, she kind of just looked and went, not for everyone, this. All right, Dottie, what are you saying?
Moxy did not have something to say. Mark had something to say. And what Mark has to say is, can we call death by spider explosion arachnoshock therapy?
I hate you. I hate
like
you
the
so
idea.
much.
But therapy, usually there's something that comes out of it that's beneficial.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there's more spiders in the world.
It's
Maybe
beneficial for the
arachnoshock.
spiders.
Listen.
Can we call it arachnosplodia?
So you can call it arachnosplodia, but you know, there's shock involved when they come out.
Can we just call it arachnosplosion? Because that's essentially what's happening.
Basically, Daniel, here you have 3 words to say instead of
Yeah,
the
I got
spiders
really missed
come
a
out and
bit.
the person dies. It's just like pick
Ah.
one of these arachno somethings.
You know, I'm loving that. I'm going to do the usual thing I do. I'll pick one, but I'll keep interchanging it and changing it as I go along. But you guys
One more.
know what
I've got a good one. Arachnorrhea.
I will do my best to try and remember that, but I do like arachnoexplosion. Arachnorrhea. Thanks for that.
You know, that's my colorful contribution for the night. Bye, everybody.
And at this point, where we are at currently 4 a.m. We're on episode 38 of our Dungeon of the Mad Mage adventure. And in-game, we're currently at day number 9, so it's 4 a.m. when this happens. Jax assigned it.
Was this
Giant
before or
rat
after I
kind of
stabbed
rock.
myself in the stomach?
And I checked the stream. So at this point, what has happened is Rava is currently outside of the room, the lodging, shall we say. And this is where, while this was happening, Rava, our beautiful sea elf, she
That's
had.
Mila.
Oh, that is Mila. Thank
Yep.
you for that.
I love how we
Um,
reach this point when not only names are confused.
Daniel don't remember characters at
I
all.
preemptively.
Growth.
Anyway, where is she?
I mean, listen, Death Squad.
Now we have
I don't
even
know
more of
because I can't
characters.
actually
So.
see her on the map.
Yeah. No worries. What I'll do is, while I talk, I will give you your sight.
She's the blue one, if I recall correctly.
I see myself. I just don't have night vision for some reason.
You should be able to see there.
There we go.
There we go. So Rava, our sea elf, she is able to go into a trance for 4 hours and gets all the benefits of the long rest. And she had gone out, searched for lore and things, and she found out that within Mad Mage, there are these runes, kind of footprints of the Mad Mage that he's left behind, which, when activated, can either give you a huge blessing or a terrible curse. They wanted to give you more information, but the Legion of Azrock, who are currently hosting you, I mean, they like you. You know, you killed some drow. You've helped them, but they're not your patron yet. So there's some information they're not giving you. They have told you about the 4th level down below. There's where they fought off some drow, and they ran down to the 4th level. And a while ago, drow used to come up from the 4th level, but they've stopped. They've stopped for a while, and they said, apart from finding these Mad Mage's runes, there are some magic mushrooms down there which could actually provide you with some benefits. And at that point, then checking the time. So there we go, 7 a.m. So that would be 6 a.m. Rava had felt suddenly her stomach have that horrible feel of that kind of that cramp in the stomach, and I'm going to assume you would be doing the usual what you are going to do of kind of try getting them out. I imagine rather you would be doing the same thing without any other influence. The whole reason why we're turning back time is because Mila wasn't able to cast all the healing spells. What do you think, Rava?
I would not metagame now. It would leave me on 5 hit points if memory serves. You said.
Yeah, that's right. So kudos to you for not metagaming. So that happens. You try and amputate the things out of you. You realize, oh crap, I'm maybe not the best qualified to do this, and you realize the eggs are actually way more deeper. This isn't just a little wee sack that you can just kind of cut out and get out. You've realized that they are just everywhere, which of course you've critically, horrendously wounded yourself. But definite kudos to Rava for having literally the guts to do that.
Still having them.
So, and here we then come to a little bit further. And what's happened is during this whole palaver, some of Legion of Azrock soldiers have come into the room where you guys are and removed Delvin's body out of respect. They want to get good Airbnb ratings with you guys, and keeping a dead body and removing the dead body and saying, we'll dispose of and stuff. It's all about the reviews, which of course they do. So it's 6 a.m. at the moment.
We still give them 1 stars.
Cool. And all right. And now really at this point, what would have been done, what we're going to redo is, of course, we found Mila doesn't have all the spells, because Dottie at this point had a really good idea of just saying, I have an idea, just cast freaking everything at someone and see what happens. But unfortunately, because Mila doesn't she hasn't had the long rest, that's not possible. So with it being 6 a.m., our devil, beautiful lady with this gorgeous red hair, appears and has given Rava this contract. And she
Contract was
seems,
refused. That's why I stabbed myself in the stomach.
Yeah. So keeping right with the time. So as you can see, maybe there's some timers on certain people here. Rava, I would like you to do a history and an arcana check. So you've refused it. She's gone away. She's gone. She's basically said, "Okay, I'll be back."
And arcana, 15 and 19.
Wow. Okay. Perfect. So you remember in history and definitely learning while you were learning your magic traits of what you needed for your career. You remember, and you also remember learning a little bit about devil contract, and you also get totally distracted by Mila's awesome framed picture there, and you learn that devils often do this. Basically anyone can make deals with the devil. They don't have to be dying. They can actually go, "Hey, I want to be really strong," or "I want more money," or anything like that, and they'll just ask if a devil can come along, and you make a little deal. And without a contract, that devils will use an opportunity. If someone is dying, they'll just be there, like she did, and be like, "Hey, so you're kind of dying. Got a little surprise. I can totally save you, and here's the deal." And you know this. And what you also know is that there is a way that contracts can be cancelled, terminated. And you've heard that if you find, for example, the original contract, so the victim, you get a copy of the contract, but the devil gets, the original. And if you were to destroy kind of the original, that would free the person from the contract. And you also know that deals can be renegotiated as well.
I
So-
tried that. The DM was very stubborn in not letting me do that.
She was very stubborn. She definitely was. But you know that from law there are chances where contracts can be destroyed and people can be freed. You know, should the opportunity arise. So, with that being said, we now approach 7 a.m. and two things happen now. Robwell
Yes.
feels that stitch, that absolute pain happening. And of course, the devil, that gorgeous woman comes in and does the knocking on the door, breaking your attempt for any kind of long rest up. And as mentioned, just goes, "Hello, my Tabaxian friend. I see the situation you're in," and she looks over at the blood of Delvin on his bed and goes, "Tell you what, here, you know the deal." She hands you this contract, which I've already provided to you, and she goes, "While you do that, I'm just gonna see your friend.
Wait
I'll
a
be
second.
right." "Oh, sure."
Okay, first of all, tell me, would you mind, if you are already so kind to take my soul if I die, would you mind to giving back my equipment that I actually lost recently? I'm pretty sure like as mighty person as you are is not really a trouble to get it back, and I would love to sign it in, please.
She looks over at Mila and Nactus and goes, "Oh, such a flirt. I love it. Oh, I totally respond so well to flattery. I would happily love to go to the drow and collect all of your belongings." "Not!"
It's beyond your capability. Is it too much for you?
"Oh, my dear, I've been around this tree many times. I'm rather old, shall we say. I'm not going to fall for your little flattery
I
here.
just don't understand.
But I do appreciate it."
I understand if you are so high and mighty, and you can fix me, which I greatly appreciate. I don't understand what's the problem to get like 1 or 2 items out of drow.
"Oh, my dear, look at you haggling over your death. This is so appreciated. Really, I really like this. Unfortunately, I have too much of a busy schedule, but you are most capable. I can see you. If you sign that, no doubt you can go collect your stuff."
Off meta, sorry, gaming. Can't you
Yep.
just let me try to roll or something?
Yeah, sure. Roll.
I would
So
love if you would try
that's
to
definitely
if you,
persuasion.
allow
Can-
us to at least try to leave it to the dice.
Go for it. Go for it.
Can
So,
Noctis
yeah.
whisper to Mila, just be like, "I really like this one.
Which one, the cat or the beautiful lady?
The pretty ladies that kiss Jax."
She is pretty, I'll give you that.
24.
I'm Noctis.
I am Mila, it is a pleasure to see you. I have not seen you before.
Okay. She. Can you see my rolls?
Nope.
Okay. She says. She goes, "Oh, you're most persuasive, my friend. What would you like? What possibly did you leave down there with the drow?"
Oh, I lost 2 things that I'm very sad about. I lost this beautiful hat and that spear. I don't know if I can survive without them.
It's a good tactic. Okay, what was it? Spear and
Hat to disguise.
That's a good one. Because she's really adamant that you don't. But negotiation says I do like. Negotiation. Okay. Let me have a think. Damn. That's a good move, Robwell.
I mean,
A
he's
really
supposed to
good
be.
move and a really good.
That's
fucking
RPing,
roll.
okay? That's actually part of this character.
Indeed, indeed. Okay. This is what she does. She goes, let me have a think about that.
I mean,
I actually need to pop down the hall and help your friend out, because if I don't reach him in, and she looks at her kind of watch, and she goes, now she's about to die. Forgive me.
Okay. Let's just grab my stomach and sit down back.
Yeah. So at this point, that stitch has kind of stopped, and it's dying down. And she walks down, very thoughtful, towards walks down. And as you remember, anyone in the room, Dottie, Mila, Nactus, you remember that she has something on her, and she's able to kind of cast this hold beast. So she does appreciate that you don't try it. Maybe that she knows you can't. And she goes down. She walks towards you, Rava, and seeing the blood everywhere, whispers something to that person, and she looks at you, and she sees that you've done what you've tried, and you can feel, Rava, at this point, there is an upcoming stitch again, and you get the feeling of, oh, holy crap, this could be it. It could either be another horrible stitch feeling, or it could be this is it. What do you do? She goes down, and she kind of walks along the corridor, and kind of puts her hand on the wall and turns around and goes, Rava, nice try. And she kind of lifts up her boot of where some of your blood has spilled, and goes, now what's the answer, my dear? You haven't got long. I'm going to give you about 60 seconds.
A man eating dinner in peace.
Metagaming like this one.
Like, seriously, before you told me we started, not to call on me very often because I'm fucking eating.
That's generous.
You don't need to say much.
So, essentially, this is Rava's last minute in life, is what the devil is trying to say, right? And the fact you hinted very strongly that I know how to break deals indicates you want me to take the deal.
Honestly,
We're trying to make it easier.
This is your chance. So you have here a chance of this is it now. Either dying now, rolling new character, or you have the chance to potentially potentially down the line be able to change things, break the contract, find a way out. But being dead won't give you the option.
I can't actually remember what the deal was, to be honest.
No worries. I can.
No, it's not hard to find. That's like a big ass message. Surprisingly, quite far up. I forget how much we message each other.
That's right. If you want, I'll send you a name.
No, I've got it.
Talk to Rob more than you talk to anyone else. Come on, men. What are your priorities here?
We're both DMing the same adventure. We generally talk a lot about what each respective party is doing.
That's very
Tell you
important
what,
things to talk about, right?
What I can do is, do you want another read of the contract, and I can finish off Camille's?
Yeah, you finish off Camille and get started with Alice, and come back to me so I can eat and think about what Rava would actually do.
I mean,
if we do found information.
I should admit that I do sometimes write out really, really sarcastic comments to Mark, and then think better of it and delete them.
That is just
How
painful.
dare you deny me those things?
All right.
Bitch.
So, in that case, Nakmantle, she just turns around after handing you this copy and just goes, "Oh,
Also, her name's Schwarzmantel.
Schwarzmantel. Yeah, thank you. You know what? Yeah, if anyone knows German, they know why I'm getting mixed up with the two
You
words.
created that character.
Yeah. She goes to you, and she opens up the door. She turns her a dial on her amulet, which instantly freezes everyone, apart from you, Robwell. Actually, everyone in that room, just roll me a wisdom, just to see if that works. And she goes, "My dear, I will make an adjustment for you." And she goes, and what she does is she says, "If you sign this, I will provide you with one of those magic items."
Shit.
Would that be okay? And she looks at you, and she's kind of giving you a look of kind of like cute. And she says it. She says, "You're kind of cute." And she's tempted to like do that thing where like you put her fingers through your through any curls, but you just see you're kind of cute, and she just and she.
I'm not gonna bang a demon at this point.
Me, like
She-
like just laying next to the wall. It's like, oh, you flatter me. How gracious. I will accept your mercy, and I will just. Can I just see the contract? Adjust contract. I assume like the one extra item, and everything else is the same, right?
Yep.
How can I know something to write on or something?
Mila can do in
There's-
one.
Oh,
but-
aren't you? Oh no, you're
Yeah.
not.
So what she does is she gets out the contract, and what she does is with a single finger and a quite long finger, she kind of does this. She kind of scratches the contract, and that's actually me writing it out now. While she does
the
this.
kinky part.
I just remembered.
No.
So she says, she'll provide you with a magic, with a magic item. And she goes, "Which one would you prefer?"
Hat of the skies, please.
Cool. Okay. She does that, and she then what she does is she gets out. There we go. Her phone, and sends you this over WhatsApp. And she goes, "There we go. I will provide you with a magic item." And she just says, "Hat of disguise." She goes, "I've not seen that one for ages." And she goes, "All right. You know how to do this." And she goes,
Actually,
"Let's-
I don't know.
My dear, you do not know?"
No, and nothing is in a contract. I'm supposed to sign it. I don't know. You need my blood or something.
"Oh, just a kiss, my dear." And she kind of
It's
puts
like,
out.
just to like try to get over. Like, it's like you mean like
Started off
that?
with the kiss.
Did you sign? Did you kiss the contract
Yeah.
or her? She goes, "My dear," and she goes up to you, and she pushes out her lips, and her red, beautiful eyes just look at you
It's like,
and opens up.
Never resist the advances of a redhead.
"Do you hereby proceed to kiss the girl?"
I mean, if she kisses me, and I'm next to wall, I can't really fight it. I'm not gonna try.
Consent, please.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. She goes, "I would like consent."
Okay.
Good.
Yeah,
All right. You kiss?
I guess so.
Yes. Okay. Excellent. She goes, "Fantastic." She rips. It looks like she rips it in half, but it duplicates. She hands it to you and goes, "Thank you very much." And at that point, you notice a searing pain on your chest,
Oh, yeah.
as if you were to look down, you would notice that this tattoo starts forming, and it's the size of your chest. And she goes, "Oh yeah, I'm supposed to heal you." And she gets out again this wand, and she points it at you, and this streak of light occurs, and this and then she goes, you don't feel anything, you don't feel any different, you just feel this searing pain as this rune-like tattoo forms and kind of goes around each other, and and it's there.
Is that supposed to hurt?
She goes, oh, I did say it was every tattoo
Well,
just
there
hurts.
is a tattoo. By the way, if I have any complaints or something, where I can find you?
Oh, she goes, any complaints?
No, I
And she
don't
hands
think-
you. She hands you a little dagger. It's just a little dagger, and she goes, but it can't be used as a fighting thing, but it's like think of a
An eye,
letter opener. And she goes, just draw some of your own blood. I may come, I may not come over. I've got a busy schedule. Lots of adventures coming down, you see.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. It was very nice of you. So I'm just gonna book it to contract and.
Cool. She swivels around and just go. And as she's walking outside, she looks at you, Mila, who definitely saved from the spell. You are still there, and she'll be like, "See you soon." As she walks down back to you, Rava, and she goes, and she kind of stretches out back. You hear a click, and you go, "Ugh, these fake bodies are just awkward." And then she goes, "Okay, all right, Rava, what will it be?" As now this pain is getting closer and closer, and you can start to feel movement.
Even though I can break the contract, I still don't like it.
You may do anything you wish, but I would be quick. Is that a no?
This is me talking out of character.
Okay.
Because the choice is cool. I want to finish Rava's arc with Frederick, because that'd be fun. I also like backup characters I have prepared.
Rob, every one of us had to go through those decisions. Don't worry.
We
Me
all
and
have backup
Alice.
characters. It's fine.
May I offer as a metagame a middle decision? Why not do both? Why not do, if you wish, the Frederick arc, and then go, don't like this, bye.
Also fair, yeah, I could do that.
See, that seems suspicious. I do not trust that.
I just want to say, for the
Can-
record, totally up to you
Can I
guys.
try and convince Demon to make an altercation to our thing, similar to the way Rodwell did?
Absolutely. Roll me persuasion, and what kind of alteration are you trying?
Hey, 24. I would like her to acquire me a magical item. Like, exactly like Rodwell's, apart from it's not one I previously had.
Oh. Okay. All right. In game, a magic item. All right. Would you like? And she thinks. She kind of her head's like, oh my god, random, or maybe that might be the DM. She goes, very well. I'll add it in.
Rava's argument is that she likes to hit things and would like to hit things harder.
Very well. She gets out the contract and she scrapes a line, and she goes, okay, I will provide you with a magic item. Which one would you not like? Just so I just all have it in here. Which ones would you not like?
What do you mean by not?
Oh,
what?
You said a magic item you have not had before. My dear, I've not been following
Yes.
you all the time.
I would love one that can make me hit much harder. So something that allows me to hit things harder. So something that helps boost my strength would be lovely.
Your strength, yeah? It'll boost your strength or hit harder.
Boost strength implies I hit harder.
She'll go, okay. And she goes, just be careful. Make sure you don't give this to anyone else. This will be yours. Should you lose this, you'll be giving someone else a lot more strength. Okay. And she adds that she will provide a magic item which will boost a mortal's strength. Metagaming wise, that's, well, yeah, it's clear what it means. Cool. All right. And she hands you the contract and goes, I can see those spiders starting to pop out. And at this point, you're feeling the pain now. And you're starting to see the light.
At this point, the contract is about as in favor as Rava as it'll get, so she'll accept it.
She gives you a kiss. And as she's giving...
No. Rava would stop her there and be like, no, dear. I'm married.
My dear. In my line of work, we've got to somehow seal the deal. And she goes, she kisses her hand and she holds it out. My dear? Gesturing you to kiss her hand.
That's more accessible. Rava will kiss her hand.
As you do that, like Robo had, it's that piercing on your lip as though she had like a needle there, and she puts a hand on the contract, seals it. As she's doing that, she's pointing a wand at your stomach, and that's kind of that near-death feel, it diminishes. And at that same point, you feel this searing pain as a tattoo starts to form on your chest.
When I feel this, 2 minutes ago, I stabbed myself in the stomach.
You actually, I'll leave that up to you. If searing pain on your chest would be felt after you had stabbed yourself, would Rava feel that?
Also, at this point, I should probably cast a healing spell as well.
Yeah. Right. Fantastic.
I'll just healing word myself quickly.
Sure. And at this point,
At long last, not a fucking one.
Cool. At this point, exactly, Mila, my friend, you feel the searing pain of a stomach that's had a stitch of no other. And as you look, you kind of feel it, and as you look up, you just see Nachmantle, and she just looks at you, and she basically has this grin, and she just looks at you, and she just holds out this contract. And before you say anything, Phil, Nachdos.
I just wanted to be sitting on the side and going, the incy spider. She crawls up your sternum. She bursts out and spills your guts all over the ground.
With a wisdom save of 6, you are humming it, my friend.
We get the gist.
We get it.
Yeah.
You're kind of just starting to go, no.
The defense, only one of us is going to have our guts on the ground, and it's not them.
Okay. And Mila, you can do did you do a Arcana or a History?
No.
All right, roll me Arcana and History.
History. There you go.
24.
Yeah.
So many of those.
Oh, perfect with History. Perfect.
I
You
don't know what's
know-
happening. Don't ask it. Don't question it.
Yeah, you don't breathe.
Don't you dare.
Breathe. So you know history is full in every culture of devils appearing out of nowhere in all sorts of forms, from children to old people. They love dressing up in as mere mortals, offering these contracts, offering power, and there's always a downside. It's always the devil that wants the upper hand. And you know that there are histories told of people on quests and adventures of trying to break the contract or trying to find loopholes. spend years trying to find a loophole to get them out of the contract, or going down to the depths of hell to find the contract, or whoever holds the original to destroy it. So that's what you know. I'll go to Camille, and then I'll go back to you, Mila, to see what
Sorry,
you...
I will just break immersion for a second. I wanted to ask you guys to say hi to my sister because she's watching us. Hi,
Yeah!
Agnieszka.
Hi, Lillian.
Hello.
Hi!
Thanks.
Hi, my sister.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, where are you on the stream? That's you coming. Hey, I don't know why I'm waving at you,
You should
but I know
be
now
in front
that
of you.
Nactus, you're there.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm pointing to you, Mila. What
You're going to
are you
both
going to do?
directions.
It's like,
Oh, that me. Okay. Okay, it's weird. It's weird because like Daniel is there for me, but it's okay. It's Discord.
on stream
Anyway.
is different.
I'm not gonna pretend I don't. I realize how that works. So what's happening?
The moment is on you. As
What is the question? What is she doing?
so, Nachmantel, she looks at you. She's handed you this contract. She doesn't say anything. She knows cleverly enough that you get the gist. She looks at you with this smile and just goes, yeah. And she just looks at you.
Okay.
And it says everything in the eyes. It's here is the moment. What would you like to do? As the cramp in the stomach slowly dies down.
Okay. Neil's gonna look at her. Neil's gonna smile, like mirror the smile that she has. Take the contract and rip it apart.
Okay.
And also, like, do some like. I don't know if that's possible, but if there could be like an array of flowers just like going through with like the druid craft, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. There's well, actually, there is. You see leaves of fire and butterflies, and they kind of come out and they just fade in the air like a flame. Surprisingly so.
That is cool. That is so cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Samuel's gonna turn around and stare at
Good.
her.
And as I've whispered to someone,
Well, that ain't me. Yeah. Neil's gonna turn around and sit on the bed and just continue doing her stuff.
she smiles and she says, "My dear, very brave indeed. But they all turn in the end. I'll be back when the time is right." And she turns around, and she winks at Nachmantel. Yeah, she just winks at you in a kind of.
That's the same person. She winks at Nactus.
So her name is Schwarzmantel,
And there is Noctus.
and there's Nactus.
Noctus.
And you said
And you're calling a
Nactus.
Nachtmantel.
You're like.
Here's
You
here
keep
order.
saying Nachtmantel.
Okay.
Because English is a.
So anyway, the
Westernization.
devil winks at Nactus. Okay, Phil's character, and exits the room. And it is
I love a woman with power.
cool. So
In the right
that's
place.
the time. And what time is? Just to make sure I've got it. Okay, so it's 7 a.m. Yeah, and okay, that I'll just make sure. So at this point, entering the room is a hobgoblin, and it comes through and goes, "Ooh, Moxy boxes," and oh crap, what was the name? Yuresh. Was it Yuresh? Yes, he goes, "Yuresh, he's in danger. He's in pain. He thinks he's about to die and explode with spiders."
That is
and
because he is my friend.
Oh no.
is there anything I can do?
I am so sad. and I don't care.
I mean,
Camille.
well,
Sorry, Robo.
overall, so I'm gonna answer to that first. Well, you can try and just try to get those spiders out of his stomach, but I can tell that that doesn't work too well. Yeah, well, I would just give him some time to himself. Okay, well, I just dodged the bullet. I feel very I feel great just looking at everyone in the room with very some long faces. Like, and who are you? You that new guy?
He says his name is Anakra.
No, I'm looking at our new guy.
Oh,
I
I
wasn't-
know. Anakra just looks at you and be like,
No,
"Is there anything you can do?"
Well, no, I can't. Okay, just give him. Well, let him say goodbye to his close ones, I guess.
He goes, "That is what I feared," and he leaves in a rush.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna look at that.
Sorry, you were saying
please.
you're unfrozen now.
Ah, I can move once again. So, I was brought here by the big Goliath? No, the big paladin one. Jax, I believe she was called.
I mean, her.
I've been
And, like
asked-
pointed at
She's technically still here, so
I mean, I know. But at first I saw this as an opportunity to be freed from my cell, and perhaps help each other as we have aligned goals. But
We
then
have?
there was some action on show, and I got distracted, so I do apologize.
Okay, well,
my
who are
name
you?
is Noctis Moonshard, and I am here as I am trying to overthrow the drow. As you may have noticed, the left side of my face is burned off. That tends to change your allegiance. So perhaps we can work together and take down the drow. But first, I feel like we need to get this dagger so we can reinforce the Legion to take them down with us. Agreed?
Well, what dagger?
I believe you have been told about the dagger.
Why you
That
were
looks
told
dagger.
about dagger? That's my question.
Not everything I know I was told, my friend.
Well, you are much more sneaky than I expected, and that's make me trust you even less.
you
I'm
should
gonna.
realize that you knowing information that was not told to you it does not make you necessarily more trustworthy.
I have information that you would not want me to know, and I have information that the drow would not want me to know. I can be of a great asset to you in infiltrating
Okay.
drow out.
Question to you: do you know any magic, any healing magic? Then.
No magic that can heal people.
Okay, Mila, from what I heard, you didn't really want to accept that very sneaky help that we received.
Oh, I don't know what was necessarily clued you in. Maybe the fact that I ripped it in her face, but possibly, sure.
I mean, I don't blame you. I hesitated myself.
Which you could try.
Question: do you want me to try to get rid of your spiders of your stomach? I will tell you that I have small chances of success, but well, if you're dying anyway.
Because you want to stab me?
I mean, I would actually, if I could, I would love to help, as you are quite a great help for us. But it's just the best I can offer, I guess.
Nah, it's okay. You should probably relive your fantasies in some other place. It was fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna be quiet.
If we find a dagger, then do we know? Oh, right. Rava, are you here?
No.
Okay, cool. If we could find Rava, maybe Rava could be of more help. Mila is currently completely useless. So.
Brava!
Okay, let's
Anyone
go
else
find.
not hear him?
Had the mic off.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want, you can proceed. Back to the to the room, as now the times are now aligned.
So I found out the stuff I found out last week from the guys in the mess hall. I guess I had something to munch. I've made an amended deal which at some point that demon will honor.
That sounds magnificent. Does
Yeah.
anyone feel like having a long
Yeah,
rest?
I can head back.
Yeah. So you're all feeling really exhausted at the moment, and you have the urge to basically long rest, or or you will be exhausted. And it is what time did I say it is?
By the way,
One
am.
moment, I have a question.
Yeah,
You,
sure.
The half orc.
Yes,
Are you the one they call Mira?
might be.
Ah, very interesting.
Camille.
I had heard rumors that there is someone who wishes to speak with you. I can't remember their name. I taught you many people. But I know the way to them if you are interested.
They're what?
Show you the way. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to let you all kill me and go there without me.
Questionable. What is the alliance of those who are looking for me?
Sometimes I don't know all of the secrets, Mila. Maybe you should just follow me and find out.
I can still stab you, you know that, right?
Camille.
I'm just gonna look at Vera because from what I believe she is still here. I'm just gonna look at her as like, are you okay?
Most definitely not.
I'm just curious because you were the only one that should also be asked for a contract and you were not.
So is everybody aware that everybody else was given a contract? Or is it a case of like they were frozen when the contract is being...
Everyone is aware. Even when they were frozen by that hold monster spell that was cast, they were still aware of what's going on. So the whole time you were in that room, so yeah, you're aware, and you just know that you've not had any pain. You've been fine.
Well, I don't know what to say to you, laddie. Sure we'll find out eventually.
Can I do a, like, I don't know, inside medicine or something? I know I also don't want to do that on a player, but like, does Vera seem alive? Like, I don't know how to put it.
Pulse check!
Yeah. Vibe check on the undeadness.
Wow.
Roll me perception.
Is she breathing?
I mean, you can't
Are
fake
you
breathing.
suggesting Vera is an undead?
Yes,
This whole
or
time.
maybe some element of that. This is what I'm suggesting. Nope.
Vera was a ghost all along.
I had to refresh. Roll 20. You're gonna have to tell me what you rolled.
15.
There is no undeadness apart from the
The very
squirrel.
creepy aura.
Squirrel on,
Yes, in general, yeah.
The slight smell of a ripe squirtle.
Surely that squirrel's dead by now, like dead by now.
Oh, it's dead for when we start campaign.
You
No,
don't
dead
kill
as in
the pets.
It's completely unknown and it's dead. Like it's not moving around anymore. It is literally just a bag of bones.
You don't kill the pets. Because
It's
pets
a-
don't suffer
It's
the
a,
consequences.
go on. Mark can explain.
It's like, so basically, if we want to take it out of the metagaming thing, Dottie was trying to resurrect, like, not reanimate the dead, but actually resurrect people. And obviously was not powerful enough at the start to do that. So she tried. It didn't work. It did work for Squirt in a weird, perverse way where he's technically still alive, breathing, and exists as a normal squirrel, but has a carcass for a body.
Right.
He has he's immortal. He's like a god of squirrels.
God of squirrel.
Oh
So-
crap!
Demigod, perhaps. Or devil, who knows? We shall find out next time on whatever the hell this is.
I mean,
Or-
the Waterdeep Mad Mage? Uh-huh.
Tea time with Dottie.
Journey of Madness.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna suggest. So I guess you wanna rest, actual proper rest. Like, yeah, screams of Screams of everyone didn't help very much with sleeping.
Well, I think, yeah, sure, the time will work out fine for us, won't it?
Yeah,
We did
so-
go to bed early anyway.
Yeah, it's basically you'll be as though you had a night shift. You'll be sleeping in the morning. Yeah.
While that is happening, we should do something about Devlin.
It's already been taken
Which
care
whose
of.
body has been removed.
His body has been removed.
Yes.
Yeah, Daniel said it had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so the at Legion of Azeroth basically, they want to get good ratings on the, Dungeon of the Mad Mage Airbnb rating system, because there's loads of them. And they went, well, we'll even do that. And tomorrow, later on in the day, we'll even remove the bloody sheets. So we've not had a long rest yet. This is all right now before the long rest. And as a reminder, yeah, you guys have given the mission by Legion of Azeroth to go down into the depths of the dungeon, find the dagger for Azeroth and return it, and and be rewarded. And the hopes, of course, is that you will be able to take out the drow, but that will only happen if you have backup, and that backup will only happen once you've given back the
This
dagger.
is all part of my plan.
And after we take out
I-
the drow, we take out Xanathar.
However, I am going to move very slightly away from the half-orc because I remember she was the one that didn't take the deal. So I'm just going to shuffle over here away from you, and I'm going to count to 10 in my head, okay?
Do that. That sounds like a smart idea. Is everyone going to sleep?
Actually, before that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask the guards outside, because I see there's someone there,
Yeah.
for any animals around here.
Okay. Cool. The guards. So you see, because it's approaching 8 a.m. now, you see that there's now more people walking around. It's in the morning. There are there's more troops walking around. You hear the hustle and bustle of life waking up in the Legion, and one of them just goes, "A pet, my Tabaxian friend.
Yeah.
We don't give out pets freely. I'm
Why
sure
not?
if you earn a favor with the Legion, you would get your own little pet. Maybe I can prepare one and have Azrock prepare one for you. What would you like, my friend?"
Wait. What's the problem with selling a pet or something? I don't understand.
Selling.
I mean, I don't have a gold on me right now.
Well,
but
if you
definitely
don't
can
have
rent
any
it for
gold,
me.
my friend, of course you can buy
Okay.
one, but you'll need
Okay.
money.
I understand. So I'm gonna ask if you could just look out for like very sneaky looking dogs for me. If I'm come back, I'm pretty sure we're gonna earn favor of your of Azrak soon. We are on his quest for him anyway.
He looks over at his bugbear friend and goes, "A sneaky dog." Kind of looks at. Give me an insight. Yeah, sure. We'll be right on that, Tabaxian.
There are dogs that are very sneaky, Insight. 13.
13. You're getting the feeling that he's not being all too serious. You're kind of giving off vibes of, yeah, sure. We love the Loch Ness Monster here and Tartans and all that. Sure, yeah. To a tourist that has just come in, you're kind of getting you're just being what is it, bemused? You're you're not taking it too serious, but he's going, sure, yeah, sure. We'll find, we've got so much time on our hands. We'll watch out for you.
Oh yeah, because you're so busy walking around that you can't look around for a dog. Thank you very much. Close. I'm like, okay, I guess we are going back to beds.
Right. Cool. Cool. All right. So now that my roll 20 is finally loaded, and I managed to let you talk
Just
enough and
now.
walk around. Mila, you feel a searing pain grow.
When I
at the
start
pit of your
feeling
stomach.
that searing pain,
Mhm.
I'm gonna wild shape into a spider, a regular spider, a tiny spider.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get the fuck out of this room. And so the idea was to wait until everyone goes to sleep and do this, but the idea was to get to the river. Within the on wild shape if needed, like after I leave the room or something. Can I get to the river in time? No? Okay, fine.
You can turn into spider, but the searing pain is quick. It's like every second.
Can I get out of the room?
You can get out of the room, and I give you the icon, so you can move the icon, and you see Nachtmantel, the devil, has appeared in the corridor, and she looks at you. Oh, where did she go? Oh, there she went. She's kind of leaning on the wall as you are in this spider form, and you start to get slower and slower because the pain is searing. Roll me a con save.
In that case, I would like to turn into a giant fucking spider instead of a tiny spider.
Come on, Mila, birth out those spiders.
Yeah, pretty much. No. So, hear me out. I know this is not gonna happen, but turning into a giant spider, I would like to attack her. I know I'm not gonna attack her, but I'm gonna fall on her, and I want all of those spiders to be on her.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool. All right. You go on her.
Mila clearly has something against redheads.
As you land on her, the pain. Oh damn! Sorry. 4 is yeah. You can't help but scream, which is heard from the rest of the group.
I'm a spider.
This spider squeal, the equivalent of a spider squealing. I'm feeling. However that may be, and as that happens, you feel within you the most horrific pain. At that point, everything just freezes and almost goes black and white. And you look out and you see this bright, absolute bright light in front of you. Almost like a sun that's like this, just shining at you. You hold up your hands as you realize you're back in half-orc form, and you kind of look behind you, and there you are also in giant spider form, frozen, and you can see the pain on that spider face. And that light dims down, and you see a silhouette. Looks almost familiar. As the silhouette dies down, and you see a person standing in front of you who you know all too well.
Hey, Slink, yep. Mila, you come to Deadlands. Slink show you way. Show you last thing before we go up to sun. Pray to Uptail. Yep. Follow Slink.
What do you do?
I'm gonna druid craft some flies and follow Slink.
Where do you take her? How do you take her? Through where? Slink, you just taking her into the abyss. It's all yours.
We glide through ominously as spirits, with Slink just constantly kind of hurrying her to follow him. This way. Yep. You get squish. Bad.
And you do. The light suddenly flashes out in front of you. And you are there in this abyss with Slink, who's standing He's standing behind you, and Um,
Mila, why you no cure wound Slink before die?
Mila tried. Mila was too late.
Slink forgive. Now
Oh.
Slink show you the truth. Yep.
is there?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like, I wish I could do more.
Mila, tell Slink before we go to other side. What was your mission in dungeon? Why you here? Slink never find out.
Well, Mila never find out why Slink is here either. But, well,
Slink have talk with her about Ubteo, about Dendar Night Serpent, about Slink being great hero to come fight Dendar. And Mila listen. Slink appreciate. But when Slink dies, Slink all alone. No one come. So Slink tried to be here for Mila when she exploded.
Mila appreciates that. Well, Slink is not alone anymore, right? Yeah. Mila was just looking for answers, trying to either hide or find them. So, yes, this is a way of hiding, in a way.
At that point, Mila, you hear this friendly warmth of a voice echoing through the room. Mila. As this flame, like 80 feet in front of you, pops up and expands to this almost wall of fire. And you just hear Mila. As this gigantic wall of flame explodes, as this phoenix, this beautiful phoenix, comes out of these flames and lands on her feet and goes, Mila. And she looks at you, but you only hear the voice and go, you have looked after me so well, my dear. As the flames are bursting, goes, I give you the choice. You may now leave into the other world, or I can look after you now. And as you see, underneath this huge, freaking big-ass phoenix, you see figures move around and goes, these are my past keepers. You are my current keeper. Let me look after you. As she invites you, perhaps into some unknown. Certainly death, certainly the unknown. It's either she's given you the option to go, go into the light or go into my light. It still counts here, Methgame, as death, but there might be a twist.
Slink? Yep.
The what? What?
Mila stay with Slink? Don't go with Bird Person. Bird Person bad.
Oh my god, are you asking me to choose?
He goes, Slink, you unfortunately may not come. I can only look after those who look after me. So you've got the choice here. You are now in the afterlife is traditional go into the light, or you have the choice that maybe Mila might have some presence kind of later on. There's it's not a way out back into life, and she makes that clear with her voice, that death is now upon you, and it's up to you how you wish to go. And you see other silhouettes behind her, and you kind of get a feel that these are other people. You see elves, and these are people just looking at you through the flames. You can't see them very well because the heat is shimmering them, but you get the idea that these are past keepers of the amulet who died and are now with her, and maybe with the amulet.
It's like, why are you here?
Guide Mila to other side, so Slink and Mila can be happy. Only one who ever understood Slink. Rest of party thinks Slink strange, but you understand. Slink come to guide you to a safe place, not to Bird Person.
Excuse me, hold on one second.
Please don't shout, okay?
Just whispered you something. Phil.
It's like... Mila is very sorry Mila couldn't save you. And couldn't be there in time. But you shared with Mila, and Mila appreciates it. And Mila could continue what you couldn't in your name and in the name of what you hold dear. If you would let me.
Don't leave Slink all alone.
Use this opportunity. This is you seeing Slink for the last time. You, yeah. Oh, you know, this. All up to you. What you want to do. What you want to say.
Can you I oh!
Slink not allowed to go with third person. Slink can only go to safe place in sky. With
I don't know how
Lucia.
you did it, Daniel, but you've managed to make her speechless.
I know.
Achievement.
Fuck.
Take your time.
Mila
This is
must
a big
choose.
decision. This is all about you, Mila. This is.
Mila must choose safe place with Slink or dark place with bird person.
Mila wants to fight for Slink. And not... Well, Mila will die eventually. I'll see you again. And Mila would hope that you would stay by her side in whatever form you have.
Chance. After Slink died, you Slink can't come back. Nope, nope.
Slink can't go back where?
Last
What?
chance. But if Mila no wants Slink, Slink will go alone.
Fuck.
Yep.
I'm gonna druid craft him a flower crown before he leaves real fast.
You can create the crown.
Yeah.
Crown.
I would like to
Yeah.
eat the flowers immediately.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Just in style.
Yeah, that is the style.
Slink give one last chance. Join Slink. Have fun, party, eat meats. Be happy. Or go with bird person. Bernie, owie, owie. Nope.
Fuck! Okay.
Only you, Malice.
Yeah, mute me, because I'm gonna scream right now. Oh.
Before Slink go, if you go with bird person, tell party to look after Slink younglings.
You have younglings. Are they in Schult?
For now, but one day see big wide world, just like me. Yep.
Mila promises to do everything in her power that if she can to keep them safe and keep the party safe. And I hope that we will see each other probably quite soon. And I hope you find a good
I'm
time.
trying to keep back my emotions right now.
I am so close to crying! Why are you doing this to me?
Don't let Slink memory die. Let people remember Slink's brave warrior, fall in battle to evil drow. Never let party trust drow. Bad. Yep.
That Mila will do.
Slink have one last thing to say. Slavery bad. Bye now.
Agreed. I Slink.
As he passes through the door and Slink disappear. Actually, no, just Slink disappears. Giving you the option, Mila, of what you wish to do, is to pass on to the other side through the door as you normally would have, or join the ranks of the afterlife with the Phoenix and the other keepers of the amulet.
I was gonna turn around to the Phoenix, look at them, and everything, and go, you help me in this fight, and I will be yours. Do you promise?
Sorry.
Help me in this fight, and I will be yours. I will stay by your side. But I need you to promise that I will get what I need. And most of all, I will purge whoever did this to all of us.
She says in this deep voice that echoes around and goes, I cannot promise you that this I can promise you, Mila, keeper of the amulet. Staying with me, we will do our best to burn those who have given us injustice.
That will be good for now. Do what you will.
And you feel this pull, if you wish, towards her, and you kind of see the light from her, and this is where, if you want, you can step through to her. So I'll leave that with you. Are you going towards her?
Yeah.
Cool. And she goes, Keeper of the Fire Shard. And she goes, Irazal Nani, the Sacred Flare. We thank you. And you see this burst of light as she lifts up her wings, flaps, and the flames just surround, and you get this amazing strength of a feeling as this flame just she flies up, and you come with her, and you just feel you as a spirit lift up with her, and that is all the last of you that you feel. And everyone watching from the room, you see it's kind of the camera sees that the fire shard, this on Mila, the giant spider at this point, there's a tattoo that just lights up in this beautiful rune, and it just comes out of her skin, transforms from this tattoo, lights up into this amulet. I wish I had a picture now. And it kind of just there's this symbol on it that illuminates with heat and dies down as the watcher just feels that light is Mila, and it dies down, and this amulet then suddenly just drops down from the giant spider, and you just see it fall on the floor. And the camera doesn't see exactly what's happening, but it does hear the awful sound of spiders coming out of what was once Mila, but is now the body of Mila, of this giant spider, which transforms after these spiders have burst out, flying around, and all you just hear is the devil as she screams as these spiders come bursting out of the giant spider that's on her. She just screams out, and she just and she's hitting them, and she moves out of the way as the spider form of Mila just shrinks down, and the blood that was everywhere just is now gone, as there is just this small hole where Mila is in her stead. And the last you see is Nachmantle, the devil, just scream out, run into the distance. as she disappears, and the screams die as the last thing of what Mila's done can be heard throughout the Legion of Azrok.
Okay, cool. So now that I'm gonna go cry.
Right. I think what we'll do, just for this point, is we will now just have a break for just 4-minute break, and we'll continue. And what we'll do is we'll continue after a long rest.
Rob has a question.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Rob. Go, Rob.
Just before we have the long rest, can I
Yeah.
go and pick up Mila's amulet?
I already dibsed it.
This is what we'll do. We'll play the scene of what happens before we begin the long rest. Now Rob had his hand up, so I'm going to go with Rob, who gets the amulet. Mark, what would you like to do as this all happens?
I would like to see Rob and Phil roll for it, and if they tie, they bang heads
If you want,
as they stoop down to pick up the amulet.
we can have a sleight of hand if we want a sleight of hand off.
I'm happy just saying I got it.
Raw die. Just
Okay. In that case,
1 second. There you go. There's my sleight of hand.
Bravo, you've got it.
Since Fat Phil was wanting to sleight of hand.
Good. The memory of Mila, which I
My +40 is +7.
I feel like it's karma because all that emotional manipulation I did to Alice, Daniel never even asked me to do that. I just decided on a whim. So I feel like karma is getting me back.
That was the last thing. Anyway, what do you guys do? This is the epic kind of music. If I had it, this is kind of Lord of the Rings music, which I wish I had. Gandalf dying right now. This is for anyone watching. This is a really big moment, by the way. Putting the spotlight on you, Rava. So as you go, you see Mila's body, and you hear the screams of the devil running away, and you see this beautiful amulet that just is there, and you reach for it.
I'm gonna.
What does Rava do? Rava, who always says she was never part of the Moxy boxes, what does she say and think?
She'll kind of just silently pick it up, look at it, and put it on and sort of tuck it into her shirt so no one can see it. She won't say a single word.
Okay. Spotlight on Robwell.
Yeah, I asked, well, you said that it was the scream as well. It's pretty easy to assume what's happened. Yeah, I'm gonna ask guards if they can help me to find a place to just bury Mila somewhere like properly. From what I remember, her tradition was to bury because she wanted to bury Devlin. So I assume that's the way that she would like to be treated.
I'm sure I heard somewhere that half-orcs like them to eat their dead. Maybe we could fry her for...
I will come back from the undeadness and fuck you up.
I was just gonna look at Nactus, just like...
If he gets within 5 feet of Rava, she'll slap him.
Half-orc is very gamey, what can I say?
Could you please respect this moment?
Not really.
Okay, well, I
didn't know her very well.
I don't think gonna need you then in our team if you can't respect.
Robwell, punch the fucker!
Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna do something much worse if he won't stop.
Just keep my mouth shut then.
Thank you. And yeah, I'm gonna just ask the guards. Well, do you know any place where you can actually like properly bury her? I am not very religious. I don't know any ceremonies, but at least like give her a proper rest.
Yeah, this is the guard you're speaking to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. one of the guards who sees this, because of course this has attracted people, and he goes, "We will give her a respectful burial in any way that she would have wanted."
Well, I would like to help with that.
He nods.
God, he says, "Druid like fire. It's the only way. Build her up higher and set her on fire." That's the rhyme.
Sorry, Vera, I'm pretty sure that, like I said, she would like to be buried. Well, sorry, I assume that she would like to be buried.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't.
Any other opinions in the team? No, Knuckles, you're not the team.
Okay. The guards offer that they will be there for you, and any way you want to bury or bury Mila and Delvin.
Just just keep an hour and let's say just like bury them somewhere.
Wait, if you want to be like that, I'm gonna ask her, and I you speak with the dead.
I have a stitch. Oh, you give me a stitch.
Yeah, I can see how the cat one says that you all show respect for your fallen friend now that she is zombified.
Oh my god.
Are you actually doing it? It's because I'm curious.
Yeah, because it's brilliant. It's brilliant, RP. It's a brilliant moment.
You do.
Because, like, you know, the emotional crash is like, oh, it's so solemn. It's like, oh, she's back. Cameo straight away.
Okay.
You definitely changed the mood.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 5 questions. So,
Mila, I'm gonna let you. So you can
sure.
answer them truthfully or not truthfully. Yeah, that's it. And they can be short. They're usually short, and you don't have to tell the truth.
question the first. Would you prefer to be buried like a pile of dog shit or burned like a glorious druid in just glory
Go with
and
fire,
glory and
go
so
with
glory, so many glories. So glory.
You didn't even give her 5 minutes, Vera. You know that.
But the custom of my people is to be buried, to be close to nature, so our spirit can unite with the roots rather than unite with the sky.
I'm just
Think
like
about how much better you would smell if we cooked you.
And,
I don't think you're allowed to ask questions.
well, all right then. It's your choice. Fine. Oh well. Get the digging. I have 4 more questions. How are you doing?
How am I doing, DM?
Well, your body's answering, not your soul.
How are you doing? Yeah, this is everything that you know before you died.
Okay, cool. Before I died. How am I doing?
None of your afterlife stuff.
Some pain in stomach or something?
True.
Seen from your mind.
Sad that I couldn't save those who should have been saved, and angry.
Aren't we all?
Ask for any last wishes. Maybe she has something.
That's the last question. That's going to be the 5th question.
Okay.
Have to.
Okay, Vera,
ask her
okay.
if she feels
Just go ahead, make others. You wanted 5
Vera.
questions.
Vera, ask her if she feels that there is a hole in her soul.
Have you met Ted? Have you met Noctis? He's very punny. I feel like I've met someone similar in a different life. That's technically a question. 4th question. got anything hidden away, treasure or otherwise?
Just the amulet that I had. Nothing else. Everything was taken by the drow.
The final question is: any last wishes or unfinished business you'd like us to take care of?
Kill the drow and make that priestess a dead bitch.
Do you want
Well
us,
said.
this is a bonus question, but do you want us to bury her or burn her?
Is it to me?
That's the bonus question.
Yeah.
It's up to the DM whether you can answer it or not, or is you just gonna doodle fade away.
So do you have one more question? Sorry.
Was it just like this? She wants us to take revenge on the drow, and my question is: does she want the just to bring things all back full circle? Is like
Definitely.
do you want her buried or burned?
You get that question.
Burn her down. So there is nothing left of her.
Oh, there we go. Bye.
Bye! Love you, bye!
All right.
Yeah,
just take
Wandles and Wandles is toodles.
Vera, you know that was rather disrespectful, you know?
I disagree.
Okay, and they
Just
we
walk,
know.
and just walks away. It's just like
Okay.
just chat to my friend if I want to.
I'm just,
me.
I assume Jax is back in the room because I would love to see her to see that.
Wow. So you see that more people are gathering from the Legion and they're paying their respect. Even Richard, the giant rat, just you see kind of a tear come down as the rat kind of looks over, and you just see the tear come down. Yeah, and is there anything else you want to do? The Legion explain that they'll take the body and look at you and say, "My friends," and look at you, Robwell, and just say, "My friends, you look exhausted. Please rest. We will keep her body until you are ready to help her move on." Yeah, good. Is there anything else before we take a quick break and for me to cry? You let me know. That's it. Okay, good. Then I will end this. Mark, you've just got inspiration, full-on inspiration, no little points. I think giving the DM a stitch definitely counts as inspiration. Cool. So there we go. We begin the 8 hours rest. This time you finish it. It is 8 a.m. So it's 8 hours plus 8. So
Daniel, according to my character sheet, I already had inspiration.
Rob.
So
I'll go with Rob, and then I'll go with Mark.
I will transit to get a 4-hour head start on preparing Mila's funeral.
Cool. Okay, Mark, if you already have inspiration, you can sell that for XP.
yeah, it's just what I was going to ask you. Is like, is that correct? Because I can't remember. Maybe
I don't know. I'm just gonna let
anybody recall me using inspiration?
my
No.
gut feels that you sold it, and because I remember boosting up. But if you, I'm just gonna leave up to you basically.
But I always kept one spare, like one in hand.
Cool.
How many
I'll completely.
Yeah, then I guess I'll just fold it back into experience points.
I don't want inspiration, seeing as I was playing an already dead character, but I would like, personal kudos for making both the DM and Alice cry.
I hate you so much for
That's the
this.
thing, you make
and
it-
also love you.
You made it so uncomplicated, unnecessary. I mean, on the other hand, well, you got something out of it, but still, it's like, why
Did that pure Slink
would
style, like the
Slink do
repeating of
that?
the.
but that Slink is chaotic.
Right. Cool. All right. We'll have just a quick break. Is that right? Should we come back in? Should we start up at 5:02? Is that? Oh no, it's 1:45. So just start at 20, 50?
I mean, I'm staying here, not moving from here, so.
Okay, cool. What I'll do is,
Sure.
basically, I'm just going to go out, have a cry, and a drink, and then...
Join the
I'll
dark
be back.
side.
So, I'll be right over at Alice's. All right, see you very shortly.
Yeah. Do you even know where does he even know where I live?
You were
Well,
about to find out.
Yes.
Sure.
We're about
I'll
to
be
see.
waiting.
We're about to see him in about 3 minutes' time, knocking on that window when you're in the back corner.
Yeah, see, the problem is, this is second floor.
Yeah, that's what they
We'll
If you
are.
don't-
find a way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bring a ladder.
If I told you Daniel made me do it, would you believe me?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
fair enough.
We all know you. We've known you for a
You
while.
react way too surprised for that.
I think he asked you to voice something, but didn't tell you what, and then you just made it up on the spot.
It was glorious, though. I cried. It's
We
beautiful.
noticed.
Really? Was it my high pitched wailing that gave it away?
Well, everything.
No.
Personally related note, your backup character.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
true,
you already
true.
knew about that, right?
I did not expect to be guilt tripped into dying.
I'm just so sad that we didn't have music prepared for this kind of thing. Like there was like the so awkward silence in between. It's like shit, like good music would be perfect for that.
Just needed some sad, somber music.
I'm just gonna get something for next time. Hopefully, won't get a chance to use that, but I will gonna
If-
get something.
If you were dying, what song would you like to be playing on the background?
Oh shit.
This is like a party question, but y'all, this is where we're at.
Anything with a good, anything that's like a bit upbeat and good. If I'm gonna die, I don't want people to, I want them to have fun when I die. Yes.
I respect that.
It's hard, and especially with our mentality here in. I mean, I heard like some countries. that
Macarena.
is-
They put the Macarena on for comedy value.
Oh my god.
Yes! Yes, I respect it. You know what? You know what is better? I recently rediscovered the song that I've been dancing to in Turkey when I was 4 years old. It's so old. The ketchup song. I said it. That's so horrible to think. Come on, ketchup song.
Yeah, I
The
know.
one that you
yeah,
dance
I know what you're
Everyone,
talking about.
Everyone knows.
That one. That was beautiful. Yeah. I don't know. What would be yours, Camille?
It's gonna be some very sad soundtrack from some game.
Oh, true.
I think about some Nier Automata shit. There was like,
Final Fantasy VII.
oh yeah,
I think there's a very good sad scene in there.
yeah, that might
Great
be the,
music to it.
Yeah, sure. It just unfortunately, like I said, people just sometimes want to be sad. So I think like that that will give them, let them emotion out for that moment, and then get back to on feet quicker. That's it. That's like
Cool.
let your emotions off, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's just better.
Like, let yourself experience emotion. You know what would be great, like along the lines of the same one? The soundtrack from The Gladiator. The
Oh yeah.
Enya soundtrack. That would like
Yep.
whoa!
Yep.
So can we
That's
have some music
good.
prepared for when Robwell eventually dies?
Yeah. Hope. Well, his end's not gonna be good anyway because he already signed a contract. So that's gonna
Oh,
be
so yours
tragic.
would be Highway to Hell.
Yeah. Actually, fair enough.
Oh. Well,
Camille,
Robwell doesn't know he can break the contract either.
Well,
I've just realised, Camille, you must be ecstatic because you no longer have to roll above 21 to do a successful stealth against the party.
You have a point. In a contract, yeah,
And it's
you're
only
right.
16.
Rob, I actually rolled it beforehand because I talked with Daniel about the contract, and yeah, I decided that he won't understand that the fact that he can do something about contract, but actually, contract is very sloppy. As long as he and Lillian stay in Undermountain, he can just stay living there his whole life without losing his soul at all. So, and there is a place like Skullport, for example, so it's still like viable option. So he's in like, okay, it's better to just try to risk his life to get his sister than to just die and leave her alone.
You can become a permanent agent from the Legion of Azra.
Yeah, that's an option. As long as he gets his sister to be free, that's all that he cares.
Could just like see if Barbell was like a normal sized cat as a character, just like a tiny creature. I could just see the leader of the Legion just like doing the whole evil turn with just Robwell in his arms. Robwell just like munching on a dagger.
Meow.
That was
Sure.
a very non-animal meow. We're
Sure.
edging into like furry situation here. Like, okay, just leave that. Beautiful.
So Alice, this new character,
Yes.
I'm sensing Barbarian.
Oh, I wish that would be such a good combo, but no, Daniel is not aware of my new character. They're not showing up.
I'm envisioning like a barbarian that yodels as they smash people with inspiration.
That would be fun. This is like a whole different twist on Psychic Blades.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magnificent. Beautiful.
I also love the timing of that. Like we start mentioning Daniel and he reappears.
I know, it's there. He's an ancient deity that just knows.
I couldn't find. I forgot where you live. So yeah, sorry.
I know, it's kind of tucked in the corner. It's difficult to find.
Daniel sometimes has German punctuality. Sometimes it's like you have to roll the dice. He'll either be perfectly on time or like 20 minutes late.
I have never been late to this. Anyway, on that note, look at the time. And on that note, because we're recording on Twitch and Daniel feels uneasy, we'll continue. So it's 8 a.m. with a long rest. I believe my basic maths plus 8 is 4 p.m. And all right, and I'm just gonna pop you guys in the room. You finally now finished a long rest. You gain all benefits.
The room where it happened. The room
And,
where it happened.
The room where it happened.
I wish to reiterate, I tranced and got a head start on Mila's funeral.
Nice. Okay, that's a really cool thing. That's really good. I'm just gonna see if I've got the next stuff. Yep. Okay. All right. What would you? So you've got 4 hours left till the rest kind of wake up.
I would start just preparing like a funeral pyre. We can burn Mila on somewhere that's relatively well ventilated for inside a dungeon. We don't all suffocate on Mila.
Cool.
I don't want it to be buried.
Yeah. Best place is just outside the Legion of Azrock. There's a actually. You know what?
Whatever her preferred method of being disposed of.
Yeah.
Buried, burned. I would be getting a head start in whichever one Mila preferred.
Cool. I think the best place would be, outside where there's that you've encountered that zone, and that's where Mila found that druid-esque, that weird throne. Yeah, out there, you've got the river, and
yeah.
That's an option. Alternatively, anywhere in the Legion of Azrock, there'll be something there.
If it's where the Zorn was, I would like to go to their armory and arm myself first.
Oh yeah, that's I'm definitely gonna do.
Because we haven't done that yet.
Okay. Cool. So what we'll do is you manage to do that. You arm yourselves. So this is all the basic stuff. You know that in the second level in the next level you'll manage to get all the kind of medium armor stuff you want. So what we'll do is we'll kind of mind palace it. You've prepared, you've armed yourself, and you're there outside that, the ancient area where the Zorn died. That's where Mila freaked out when she saw, how old it was. And then there was this unusually really old that throne that belonged to the ancient elves. That's where, of course, Robwell, you found that message in a bottle that said, "Trust all who sits on the throne." And and there's also water. You also remember how Mila freaked out in a good way that there was real water. That was actually that area. So there's lots of sentiment there. And yeah, are you doing the burning down the river thing or just burying her there? What's
in the ground properly? That's what she asked for.
cool. Good. And yeah, and that's what you do. And yeah, as you gather around in a circle and after burying Mila and putting down sort of a equivalent of a tombstone or a memory, what's your last words, Robwell, to Mila?
Actually, I have no words for her. Like it's just like a respectfully, other way. Thank you for helping us get here. It's most appreciated that you help us with all our endeavors.
Next, Rava, what about you?
Not sure what Rava would say in this situation.
You don't have to say anything.
Probably wouldn't. She'd just kind of be sad.
Cool.
Of the group, she liked Mila the best.
Those are the perfect words. What about Dottie? Bit scared of what Dottie's going to do. Is Dottie doing anything or saying something?
Dottie's going to wait until everybody else is gone and find herself a new friend. Of course not. Dottie is not going to do that. What is around the grave?
So it's the entrance to the Zorn, that ancient dwarven temple, and you're on the river Saragarth, and essentially you're on this kind of beach and ground. This is where the beach meets the ground, meets the water. You see, of course, the skeleton on the on that canoe boat, and yeah, that's where you are.
So, like, there is a hole in the ground that...
Yeah, she's in the ground now.
It's in the ground. Has she been covered over?
If you want to do something before she's covered, sure. But if not, you can wait till after. It's up to you. It's your moment to do what you or say what you would like.
Okay, so I'm going to say that in the downtime of the long rest, Dottie fashioned a doll in the likeness of the priestess of Lulth. What's her name? What's her name again? Trissa. Is it Trissa?
So Teresa is the name of the priestess.
Yeah. So yes, Trissa fashioned a doll out of twigs and linen that looked like Trissa. The dress is real shabby, like in the condition that I left it in when I went unconscious, which was pretty bad. After like being in the river a few times and just like trudging all over the place because it was ill-fitting. It was getting dirty.
Oh yeah.
So it's this dirty dress. Hold it out in front of her, in her hand, and it's just like, this is what I'll do. Cast firebolt to make it burn, and just sprinkle the ashes into the grave. That's Dottie's ritual.
And Nactus. Of course, Jax will say something, which we'll find out next episode. Nactus, what about you? You perhaps, I'm guessing, not as close around the grave at this point, I would imagine. What does Nactus do?
I really like the way that you refused to make life-saving bargains and turned into a spider. That's a nice pair of shoes. Can I have those?
With such
So,
sentiment.
rest in peace, precious ally? Question mark.
All right. Cool. kind words, and we'll find out what Jack says next episode. All right. And there we go. That was it. Now, moving on to the next morning, you've had, of course, you've had your rest. You've buried Mila. You head back to head back to the Legion, where you are where you are reminded that the drow used to come up from the 4th level, and people call it the Twisted Caverns, and it's basically the drow used to come up and try to attack, but they've not done that for a while, and they've told you a lore that the level itself has a consciousness, or it is a being itself, and warn you of this consciousness. They also say that you can find these really rare mushrooms down there that will give you great power, They also explain that this level, they used to forge it for all sorts. So you may have noticed, there are no trees in Undermountain, but there's a lot of furniture, a lot of doors, and they explain that this has been done through has been harvested from mushrooms. There's all sorts of types of mushrooms down there. That's pretty much like the wood, and that's how they've been, that's what they've been harvesting to create furniture and all sorts. So, if you're a herbologist at all, you might find this level more interesting, is what they're saying. And generally they just keep away from this level. They've got all they need, and they've just got this garrison of people down there. All right, good. Anything you want to add? Yep, Robert.
Before we actually go,
sure.
I'm gonna attack a little bit with Nactus. Hey, you elf. I have a question, Luke. Can you teach me your language?
On the common?
Yes, whatever the drow speaks.
I could teach you, but I mean, there are many ways that the drow keeps their secrets. Just speaking our language won't be everything.
Oh, okay. Well, I would appreciate if you share some of your knowledge. That would definitely increase my trust in you.
Yes, we are allies now. We have the same goal. I will try to teach you when we rest, in small bursts. It will take many. It will take a few occasions before you pick up the gist of some basic phrases. It's a difficult language for those who have never spoken it.
Well, as long as we're still gonna start some onto that, I would greatly appreciate that. That may increase my capabilities. Thank you.
The word we're going to teach you is Krankenhaus. Can you tell what that word means?
Krankenhaus? No, I have no idea.
The word for rectum.
Very important one. Thank you.
It's where you store your cash.
You don't have a wallet. It goes in the Krankenhaus.
Cool. Hey.
I mean, that's what that bloody dwarf did with the map.
Nice. Yes, he definitely kept the that map in his Krankenhaus. All right, are we ready to go to the next level? Woo!
Unless anyone else want to do something.
No hands up. So we move down to the next level. There is hustle and bustle from the Legion. We're full on middle of day, and we arrive. And cool. So just as a reminder, as you're there, so you've gone from an area, and I know I've said this before, but give a bit more detail, where it's natural rock tunnels to now natural rocky tunnels, but with a lot more moss on the walls, and fungi and mushrooms. There's also a stale smell of water. If you ever had an aquarium or a vase of flowers and left the water just there a bit too long and didn't clean out, there's that stale smell that water gives off. And you smell that, and immediately you know that there's somewhere a body of water, and yeah, and it just this has a lot more of a horror-esque, eerie feel to this level. And as you approach down, you all hear, as you're approaching through, telepathically a voice individually, and it's deep and it's old, and it is and you just hear this, my love. Really eerie. And you
Jax?
continue to walk down.
Jackson is going to trip and shout cuckoo because I ain't killing her on my watch.
Oh yeah, I assume that's we everyone did what we were supposed to.
What do you do?
I don't know what you're talking
Oh.
about. Jax just accidentally tripped.
Well, on my case, when I woke up, I shout pee pee. Just thinking about new pet, excitement of my new pet. Just explain to everyone. I can't wait to get new pet.
Cool. And you see in front of you a mushroom. And I've explained this before. If you see the symbol, basically, you've found an item, and it illuminates. And you can and you can roll if you want on nature to give you more information about this this particular mushroom. So if you ever see it, you can let me know. And they've been hidden around this level of the dungeon.
So it'd be cool if we take my previous investigation of this and assume that Dottie does the same thing and takes a lump, or takes one she had done. Would you like me to re-roll again, and let's see how this universe works?
Let's go for it, just for the fun of it.
Okie dokie. This doesn't know grass from shard of metal.
Apparently. So yeah, maybe after a good old long rest. Yeah.
You know what? No, grass from glass was better. I should have done that.
I think it might be some kind of fungi.
Hey, there's only one fungi here.
His name is Jesus, and he's in your heart.
Oh, he's not. He's behind the couch.
Have you rolled? Oh, there.
7. He knows not much better. He's going to pick one up and eat it anyway.
Cool. All right. You eat the mushroom. Fantastic. And while where is the right? I was going to send never mind. There we go. Bear with me. Okay, so good. All right, you eat the mushroom, and you take it, and you need to roll me a die, and I can tell you from which that die is if you bear with me, and I'll let you guys just continue down the down the tunnel, and as you see Dottie pick up this mushroom that is illuminating, and as she picks up, the illumination kind of dies down. And where is it? And as you go down, you hear in the background a dull singing of a large creature. Right. I should have prepared a little bit better. Find the right page. And you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no! Actually, that's actually perfect. You do your RP. Give me time.
So Rafa, I hear you are the one looking for the dwarf. Do my spies tell me correctly?
How the hell do you have
Yes.
spies?
Yes, these so-called spies of yours understand correctly.
The drow have spies everywhere. Every moment you think you are alone, there's probably some poor sap watching you. Right now, we're probably being watched.
Okay, then where would the spies be so I can get dispose of them?
It's a big room, cat person. Work it out for yourself.
I'm tabaxi. Learn that quickly, please. By the way,
We don't get many of those down here. We had like one female cat person, tabaxi, whatever you're called, and we shipped her off to the slave pits ages ago.
yeah, great. I know that. Why actually are so ugly? I forgot to ask.
From what you have said so far, I take it you have briefly interacted with Lady Trissa?
Um, I think we met. I might actually try to kill her, and she tried to kill us.
I wouldn't blame you. On one of her whims,
He
when
ran
I
away like a
apparently-
bitch.
When I apparently smiled at her the wrong way, she called me over. She said, "Come this way. You are a handsome one, aren't you?" And then she burned my face and said, "Not so much anymore," and walked away. It took 3 months for the skin to heal, and now I have no left eye, and my face looks like this. Thank you for helping me relive the memory.
Oh, no worries. I'm gonna keep it up whenever I can.
To the dwarf. How do you know this dwarf?
The dwarf is my husband.
I see. Perhaps we should end this conversation here then.
Daniel, we can't hear you.
It was very
Sorry, guys.
ominous.
Sorry, guys. Okay, Mark, roll me a 1d4, and I'll read something out. As you walk down, you see this forest of fungi, quite tall as you are. There's all different types of this mushroom, different textures, and if you are a herbologist or interested at all
Finesse.
in thank you. You would, yeah. This might be more interesting, but if you want, you can roll a nature check if you're interested. But the most important thing that you see are the litter of drow around. And I mentioned it last episode, so I won't go too much into it. But essentially, this is where you can get your gear, as discussed last time, and they're all dead. As you hear this singing towards the left, towards the west of this, and you can take the armor and weapons if you wish.
Never
And the
actually
drow-
mentioned what weapons they had last time.
Did I not? Okay.
Now,
I'll come. I'll have a look. And yeah, basically you can see what they've got. I think they've got almost everything. Cool. And yeah, and the skin, like I said, is slimy. It's translucent. Something's definitely affected these guys. And they've not got clear wounds on the outside. But they seem to have, it's giving off kind of a disease vibe. And yeah, you guys have got the armor, if that's right. Just have to find the right page for all the armor and the weapons.
You said they had basically lots of medium armor, so we could take whatever medium armor we wanted.
yeah,
And then I
basically-
mentioned what weapons they had.
Yeah, basically they've got all the, I think, look. Basically, I'm trying to find the table for the weapons. Is it the player's handbook?
It is.
HP, similar place to the armors. I think it's just before the armors.
Might as well get it over and done with now.
Time, Noctis would look over at the kind of drow bodies on the floor and say, "Ooh, what an exciting mystery. If only we had someone who was an excellent detective. But I'm sure it's too difficult for anyone in this party to work out what killed these drow."
I'm just happy they're dead. Thank you very much.
Well, Dottie's waiting. Can you hear me? My thing's
Yeah,
not going green.
now we
Oh,
can
it is.
hear you.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I can see it going green. She has to find out how stoned she is before she can solve this problem.
That's kind of term you approach, I assume.
Character
That's one way
baiting
to
for
put
the
it.
win.
Yeah. Oh, still chewing on that mushroom.
The mushroom's bigger than you are, so it's going to take a while.
Oh, no, these ones
Yeah,
are
these
small.
ones.
It's the
I guess I'll do my.
it's the ones in the background that are bigger.
I just look over at Dottie and kind of like roll my eyes and say, I guess I will investigate myself then.
Or you could just wait.
Yes, Noctis, prove you actually have some use to us.
I'm just gonna nod.
Failed to do so.
Can't believe the cat person is my favorite so far.
Oh dear, you're not going to
Ready.
run away when there's danger as well, are you?
We haven't found any danger yet, so you don't know. For an 11, Daniel, do I work out what killed them?
Roll me also medicine. That's what the investigation reveals, that it's more of a
Need to
medicine.
roll medicine.
It's not bad.
Okay, so weapon-wise, you find you've already got access to all simple weapons. You have access to martial melee weapons, apart from a warhammer.
Heck,
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
know.
was thinking about.
the one
Um,
damn thing I wanted.
So no battle axe and no warhammer, but everything else. One of.
You like as a person who can forge, make a warhammer out of a big long stick and a big lump of rock.
And also martial ranged weapon. You can also have one of. So your heavy crossbow, your longbow. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so Dottie, as you are eating that, and you kind of see that Nactus is investigating this body, you rolled a 1. Okay, so of all the things, this doesn't have the
I
best.
rolled the 4 the second time. Does
Yeah,
that
no,
matter?
You feel a bit weird, and then you look at your skin. What's your skin color?
Elven. Omish.
Anyway, I can tell you now.
I have it written down somewhere. Hold on a second. Give me a second to read it.
It doesn't matter, because you realize whatever you have, your skin is actually turning a different color, almost, and it just extends out from your stomach outside further and further. This color of purple, and yeah, your whole skin turns purple, and you suddenly see on your hands that there are these yellow blotches that are appearing everywhere. And that's what you got. Your skin color is now purple with random yellow splotches.
Fucking Barney the dinosaur over here.
Nactus, my friend, so you see this, and clearly they have either they've been cast this spell or something like that, or they have been poisoned, maybe taken a mushroom. Something's happened where they've been affected. They haven't been killed from an external thing attacking, but their state of being, so of course their skin, everything has started to change, and that is clearly the cause. The skin has this. I'll get to you, Dottie. So the skin has this slime on it, and as you touch it, almost breaks away, as though the skin was really, really sensitive. Very unusual.
So far, I am quite clear that it is not spider eggs. This is nothing like I have seen before. If I had to guess, I would say it was some kind of dermatitis from ingesting some kind of unknown object. Have we come across anything strange that we would put in our mouths or digest? What do you think, Vera?
Go, Dottie.
Okay, so rolls have happened. The first two are for investigating this situation. So a medicine check and an investigation check. So the medicine check is to confirm what Noctis has already figured out. So do you want to take that as advantage or not because of the thing?
Yep. Happy to. So, well, you two are already rolling together. So I'm going to use the 8 and the 10 as the advantage with the 11 and the 15. So.
No, wait, what?
So Nactus has rolled an 11 for investigation. You're assisting. So essentially, you both are working together, so you got advantage. And I'll take the first roll from Nactus and as the first, and the second then as your 8 and 10.
Yeah, hold on. Let's take a step back there. We've kind of not trying to get any further information. I'm just trying to get a yes or no on whether I feel like Nactus is correct.
Cool.
So in that case, is it either advantage or no advantage? Because he's already done the investigation, and I'm like agreeing or disagreeing. I'm not going to say like, yeah, oh, I know exactly what it is, but the next investigation is for.
So yes, you have. Yeah, I'm giving that. So you are correct. There is a. He is right that there is this disease. Essentially, is what you've got from this. There is a disease. You're not sure as to the origins, but they have been killed by a disease rather than weaponry.
Okay, so Dottie has a look around. Investigation of 10. Not going to find out anything more than what Noctis has already seen. Just be like, yeah, sure. I guess we can figure it out. 27. The next medicine check is Dottie's looking at her hands, trying to figure out, is this going to kill me or is it just fun?
Cool. Perfect. Not going to kill you. You feel it and you touch it. There's no pain. You really squeeze the skin between your bones, and you realize this is actually colored. Your skin is now absolutely colored, and either it's completely permanent or it might go away in a matter of minutes, hours, or days. That you're not sure, but what you're looking at is right now it is definitely permanent, and you have a feeling it might stay.
That's fine. Who cares? He's not pain. I guess the last thing is one more roll.
Mm-hmm.
What he wants to at least rule out the mushrooms based on this information
that killed these
so,
all right, roll me a nature check. So you're kind of looking at this forest of these mushrooms that are tall as an average human. You're looking around.
Would assist him.
Yeah, go. Yeah, go and assist. So you have
assist with proficiency. Then does that just make it the 24, or do you want them to roll?
No, if you assist, it's with advantage. You guys are looking around, and you both have determined that this forest. This is stuff that you eat. This is stuff you make furniture out of. There is nothing poisonous from these mushrooms at all. These are not kind of spores will suddenly explode and then you're going to die, or if you were to eat any of these you would suddenly die. No, not at all. So either it was, if you're going along the route of mushroom, either there's like this red mushroom that you if you eat then you get this disease, or something else has happened, but definitely not from this forest of these types of tall fungi that had caused this.
Okay, so that's it. Dottie will just confer with Noctis and say, well, whatever killed him, it wasn't what I took. And then she wants to just make sure nobody's looking, have a quick glance left or right, look down her shirt to see the extent of how purple she is now gotten.
As you do this you hear that something comes towards you. This large creature that looks over towards you, and it's giving off friendly vibes, and it goes, "Friends, can you help me?"
Dottie's going to go, "Yep," and run over.
As you just run over, just move your token. I just want to see where you guys stand.
Haven't had
Goes,
all day.
and he goes, "Oh, friends, we need help. Jabba needs help." And the left head goes, "Jibber, ignore them." And Jibber, the right head, goes, "Come quick," and kind of goes around the corner and pulls then out as you come round this drow that is hanging upside down, and it's essentially alive, and you just hear, "Let me go, you loof!" And he goes, "Oh, sorry," and drops this drow on the floor, and this drow looks close to death. Skin is absolutely translucent, and it didn't like the fall. And it just looks up at you two. Who is there? So yeah, it looks at you, Dottie, and goes, and just tries to speak, and it's very dry. It's as though it's giving off vibes of, like, been in a desert, and it just has this dry voice that cracks as I try and read. It says one thing before, maybe a couple of seconds before it can, in its last breaths, it says, there you go. There you go. It goes, go, Mark.
I want you to let him say what he says, but before he expires, I want to, if they're there, I know where you need to go. Toll the dead, off to Erebos with you.
Perfect. Shall make a note. It goes, it listens from the tide. And as in any hope of surviving, you toll of the dead it, and it just, you ease its pain as it then just stops and falls down. And Jibber and Jabber, this Etin, just look down and goes, looks at you, Dot, and goes, "I don't think that helped."
In the short term, no. In the long term, yes. Anyway, aren't you an interesting creature?
And the right head goes, "Welcome." And the left head, clearly called Jabber, just goes, "Stop making friends, Jibber." And Jibber goes, "What's your name?"
So, Jabber's the one that's negative, is it?
Jabber, left head, negative. Jibber, good.
Okay. So, I know these names.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that is a Jabber. A friend is just a stranger you haven't offended yet. And then we'll say to Jibber, happy one. You're like, "Well met, friend. My name's Uwe Ua. Some people call me Ting Tang Walla Walla Bing Bang."
And go. He just looks at you in just confusion and just goes, "Know me. Nice to meet you. You speak like the alchemist. Oh, you is a clever one. Welcome. Oh, there is much mushroom here. Much food. You are welcome to share with us."
And, oh yeah, I've tried some already. Hold up my like purple and yellow hand. It's like, is this usually what happens?
You eat the special mushroom. They are rare. They make you very good. Sometimes not feel well, but many times very good.
Okay, I'll have to try again. Maybe I just don't know what I'm supposed to feel. I just didn't get it yet. Didn't kill me. It was tasty. That was my rations for the day. Hint, hint.
Naptors.
My dear friend Jabba, we are here on a very special mission. We are looking for a special dagger. Have you seen it, perhaps?
Yes, many daggers. And he lifts up the drow and shakes the drow. Drow has dagger. And drops the drow.
If any get dropped, I'm just gonna grab one.
He hands them. Yeah, before you go, he hands it to you. Go. Kitty, you have dagger.
Yes,
thank
the
you,
pretty
actually,
kitty
Sam.
likes to be petted.
No, he don't likes to be petted, but I enjoy getting daggers. Thank you very much. Just don't throw them at me, by any chance.
Anyway, thank you, Jabba. That is very helpful. But what we are looking for is an even more special dagger. It's a magical dagger. And we need to return it to our friends so we can make them very happy. Wouldn't you be able to help us?
Oh, we is friendly, drow. We help you. Best you go to the alchemist. Alchemist help everyone. Alchemist will help you.
And where might we find him, my very easily persuaded friend?
Alchemist friend of all. And Jabba just goes, hurry up, Jabba, you're hungry. And Jabba just points northeast and goes, go through tunnel and take left, and you find alchemist hut. He help, he knows, he is many clever.
Wunderbar. Thank you, Jabba. And Jibba, you have been both most helpful. We'll have to go now, though. The kitty needs his bath.
Baths are good. Do not bath here in the river Saragoth. The river smells stinky. Away.
For the advice, we will not bathe in the river. If you need our help at any point and you see us again, please do hail us. Until that time, we bid you adieu.
Adieu! We take adieu! And they bow and walks away. And you can see, if you ever see these symbols here, they are stalagmites. So they are basically, stalagmites are the ones that are from the ceiling, pointing out FYI. There's also, I'll give you all the info later. You also see, again, another mushroom here. So I won't point them out anymore.
By the way, not in-game thing. I just realized what's your class, Philip. Thank you very much for that role. That explained everything. Okay, let's continue.
All right.
Just be surprised.
Yeah, sure.
And
He tried to be clever, okay? He just did one roll, and I know 100% sure what he is.
leave our whatever charisma-based character this person is alone.
Noctis would like to make a sound appear in the distance to distract Jibba and Jabba and make them go the other way so we can walk away. A sound of a cat meowing very loudly behind him with the minor illusion cantrip.
All right. What's the illusion?
Making a meowing noise behind him
okay.
to draw him away.
All right. Cool. All right. So the Etten pointed towards the northeast. Robwell, as you are heading to where you are, the smell of that foul water again is gets closer. Yeah, and if Dottie, if you're singing anything, feel free to let folk know. FYI.
Yeah.
One thing, would I be able to collect some of the mushrooms in a bag just to keep
Yes.
some? It seems that the drows around here like these, so I'm just going to store them and be like, these could be useful for buying.
Okay, so you've got a choice. If you find any of these the mushrooms I pointed out, let me know. Otherwise, there are different types of mushrooms in this kind of forest of mushrooms. They're normal, average human height talls. So which mushrooms do you mean?
I will select a variety.
Cool. All right. So, just roll me a nature check on the mushrooms if you haven't already, and I can give you roughly an idea of the different kind of colors, different types.
Idea. They all look the same to me.
Indeed, they do. But you can tell there's different textures, different colors. It's not too. Yeah, that's all you know. One. Yeah, so there's about several of them, and they're different types, different. You know, some of them are more wood-like, some of them more spongy, some of them more leathery. So yeah, you can collect mushrooms. Yeah, you can collect them, and by collecting them, you know, you get a wee knife and you can kind of harvest a bit of it. If you can, as a reminder, just after the game, just message me, and then I can look a bit more deeper into which ones you get in this area. Yeah, pretty much it. All right, now what I'll do is spotlight is on Dottie.
So, like you said, because Dottie sings along, you want everybody to know. So,
Yeah, thank
you
you.
don't know that she heard a voice in her head, and the voice in her head said, "You will be mine." So Dottie sings along out loud so everybody can hear her. But your way out of line. With your bitch slap rapping and your coping so you get nothing. What? Wait, what? What were we doing?
Loving it.
Bonus points if you know the song, Daniel.
Nope, but I'll give you RP points.
Guns N' Roses, You Could Be Mine.
Awesome. Right, next on the list, Robwell, what are you doing, my friend?
Looking around.
All right, you are there.
Where did he pointed that alchemist is?
Yep, pointed towards your direction, where you're going.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just like make a round around just to make sure that there's nothing
Brilliant.
interesting and went that way though.
Yep.
That's it.
Fantastic. So cool. So before I describe kind of the cave, the big area you're in, spotlight on Rava. What's Rava doing? What's Rava up to?
I guess going towards the direction of the alchemist while doing the whispers.
Yep. Cool. All right. You get nothing in return. All right. Cool.
If I get nothing in
Alright.
return, Rava's just gonna scream that.
All right. If you get anything back, I'll let you know. Good. Okie dokie. So that's what I'll do. Now, yeah, that's what I'll do. So, Rava, you, as you're walking along through this forest, you notice there is a creature, and I'm just going to move you a wee bit back. Sorry. And you see this familiar person, and it is indeed our little friend here. And she's just she's leaning on one of the one of the fungi, and she goes, "Hi."
Again?
Nice to meet you again. First of all, did not like all the spiders. That will give me nightmares. And she pulls out.
That's not my fault.
She goes, I know, but unfortunately, there is something that is your fault. She gets out the contract, which I
know what you're gonna pull up.
So she goes, well, here's the thing. It's just such a difficult little job I've got. Trust me, my boss is even worse. And she goes, according to contract 6.1, you've kind of forgot to do something. So I'm really sorry, but I just have to just have a little reminder. I'm going to have to give you a little reminder that you've got to fulfill our agreement. And she just kind of winks at you. And she goes, anyway, have fun.
I'd like to point out she has yet to fulfill her part of the agreement.
And she goes, don't worry, I know, you'll get it soon. And she goes, and she then, actually, you know what? Can you, Rava, can you please roll me a 1D... What's the height? How do we do 1D hundreds?
There is 1D hundred.
There's literally a button for it.
Perfect. Please roll me a 1D 100.
40.
Very much. She okay. Yep. Okay. Perfect. There we go. She leaves in an ominous fashion. Fantastic. As you are filled with a slight dread of, I didn't do my homework, I would imagine. And we continue.
I'm going to point out, we're all going to forget that clause. You're going to have to do this with everyone, like every time we change 4 or do a long rest.
Well, that's the idea, right? Don't worry, if Daniel thought it just like it's a good joke. Well, leave him at it, okay? Let him have his...
No, I get that he thinks it's a good joke, but I'm going to point out a minor flaw in it.
Cool. Perfect. Just want to know, this is not me DM. This... Anyway, you'll... Anyway, you'll trust...
It's fine, I've got a loophole to one of them anyway.
Yes! Perfect. I can't wait for it. Seriously, as DM, I'm like, yes. Perfect.
Well, I'm supposed to do something after a long rest, but my trance isn't actually a long rest. Get the benefits of a long rest without having a long rest.
Okay. Yep.
Oh.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Okay. So you're in this large cavern, and it is essentially again less of a forest, more of a garden of. So it's a lot lower. Still lots of fungi in this area here. Different types. And you're getting garden farm fields feel, because kind of one quarter is of this type of fungi, another of that type of fungi rather. Down to the south, you can see it continues, and there are these. I really hate it. Stalactites. There we go. So that's the cones from the top. Down towards the east, you just see the tunnel continue and the field kind of die down. And towards the north, you see a hut. You see a hut towards the north. The door is open, and you can hear the clatter of some glass. And I'll let anyone who wishes to enter. So, all right, you guys enter this hut, and it's open, and you see a. Bear with me. Sorry, bear with me. You're in that area, so you see a human. They look boy. Anyway, you see this human, and he's put down he's put down this potion. He looks at you with this big, wide, ear-to-ear smile, and within this hut, you are getting alchemist vibes. You're seeing things boiling. You're seeing potion bottles, empty ones around. And I'll just give you a little bit of more information. So the walls are set with shelves at various heights, holding numerous gourds. You're getting complete elixir, alchemy vibes here. And this guy, a stone block sits at the center of this cavern within this hut, stocked with vials, bottles, alembics, distillers, and other alchemy equipment. Out of a small makeshift, within the hut comes this robed young man, and he puts down his gear, and his surprise breaks into a warm smile and just goes, he goes, "Well, hello there."
Hi.
Welcome! I've not seen adventurers in ages! Oh, it's been so long! Welcome! How many days have you been in Undermountain? And he kind of turns around just to start doing some, kind of sorting out some of the shelves, and he looks over. How long have you been here?
At least a couple of days.
9 days already. It's been a
Oh,
while.
well.
This is day 10.
Day 10, and you're all still alive. Oh, the things you
Well,
must...
not really.
No.
The people that you can see are still alive. Yeah, that is correct.
You're a quick-witted one, my gnome friend. What's your name, my friend?
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ting tang, walla walla bing bang.
He keeps up. He goes, walla walla bing tang. I am hula hula hula. No, I'm joking. I've not had jokes in so long. The last bunch of people here were, he puts like a book down, were drow. They were definitely a bit of a drag. Sorry,
By the way,
I'm just really
I don't get it. But
do you,
you seem a little bit crazy.
well. Isn't
Right.
anyone who would spend their time down here in Undermountain? Robbo?
yeah, I'm just gonna ask him then just straight away. But do you know what's happened to all this drow? I would like to know what to avoid. There is a mass of corpses just like a little bit from here.
Cool. He'll answer and then go next to Nactus. The drow. They came in here running, screaming for water. I have to admit, I don't really know what's happened. There is some terrible creature has been affecting folk that come down here. They went around screaming. I have to be honest, my friend. I don't really like to leave this hut. I have another big friend who helps me out and keeps me safe. I'm afraid I don't know much. If you could bring one over, maybe I could take a look, but I am worried about getting something in my hut, so never mind. I take it back. Nactus. And then after that, Dottie. Nactus?
Same thing. So Noctis has obviously just found this random human surviving on the 4th level, which, to his knowledge, is only inhabited by the drow and the survivors of the Legion. Why would the human be down here? So he instantly tries to insight check whether this human is who they say they are, and rolls a natural 20 on the insight.
Yep. Why is a human here? Oh, the drow. See, here's the thing, my dear friends. I am the alchemist, as it were. I supply the drow with potions and adventurers such as yourselves for payment, and I essentially have a little shop here. We have a deal going on. If you want to know more about the drow, they're towards the east. If you want to know a little bit more information, I have a lovely Etin friend towards the west. He would help you with more information.
I know where the drow are, thank you very much. Now, if you are this... What's your name again? What's your title?
Thank you. Everyone introduces themselves, and not me. And he can call me the Alchemist.
So, Miss Alchemist,
Hmm.
we were talking to your perhaps friend Jibber and Jabber, and they told us you might be able to assist us with finding a dagger. A very special dagger that is located on this floor, which we would like to retrieve.
Oh, you adventurers and your quests! A dagger.
Don't we
Tell
have a
me
picture of it? Have a
Well,
picture of the dagger.
Yeah, you do.
Show him the picture.
He looks at it and goes, this is quite the special dagger. I'll offer you this information for free. You see, welcome to the 4th level. Here we're all much more friendlier than the Skullport. Yes, Duergar once passed here. A few days ago, actually. I think they had a weapon like this. It was strapped to one of the belts. They weren't very friendly. They continued on. They continued on down to the east. You could ask them.
Drow?
Did no? He goes. He has a think and goes. They did, but I don't know where they went after that. It could have been to the drow. The quickest way to the next level is through by the water.
Well, I think you have made a wise decision. Free is my favorite price.
And I agree. Dottie.
Dottie would like to do the following. Use the investigation roll that she has done to take all the little bits of clues that have been dropped to surmise that the water is toxic and we should not drink it.
Sorry, what's the question?
So,
sorry.
we've been like very slowly trying to piece this together since we got here. So we failed in our investigations, but we did get in information. So the information was the drow died from ingesting something. We don't know what it was, but Dottie knows that it wasn't the mushroom.
Yeah.
She got up close and personal one of these drow as they were dying from the problem. And now, when we came to the alchemist, he said that they came looking for water. So, Dottie puts the pieces together and says that these drow were so desperate for water that they drank from the river, and the river is poison. And also, the Etin said the river is stinky.
Okay, I mean, it's good to know. Thank you, Vera.
Yeah, the alchemist looks and smiles and then goes, The water's been very terrible for quite a while. I definitely wouldn't drink it. If the Duergar went to drink the water, they'll definitely be ill. I myself like to drink the water that comes down from the ceiling here. And you kind of notice the odd...
You mean the sea hag urine?
Yeah, I would know if that was sea hag urine. It did, although it did taste a bit urinally. Nactus.
So, now that my ally, it still feels strange to say that, has deduced the issue about the water, I wanted to talk to you more about my favorite price and some of the alchemical potions you might have available for said price.
Oh, Daniel, before you get into that, just a side note that has nothing to do with story or anything like that. I forgot to mention it earlier. When you were talking about getting like weapons and stuff from the Azrock peoples, I meant to say it, but I got distracted by a very cute bunny who was being very cute.
Go for it.
Did they have rations? Could we resupply our rations, and how many days worth?
Yeah, good. I did think about that. Yes, they gave you 5 days worth of rations each.
Okay, thank you.
Quite generous. And they gave you breakfast, so you're all full, and you've also got 5 days worth of ration with water, so they replenish.
Okay, until day 15. Day 16, we need to find food.
Yeah.
Very much.
While all this is going on, I want to ask the alchemist if he knows about voices in our heads that offer us power.
A very
In your conscience?
No. Like, I heard a voice in my head which was saying that if I paired up with it, I would become invincible. I would wish to become invincible.
That's hubris. That's an emotion. We've all got them.
my
Dottie
elven.
doesn't know.
So
Dottie always.
he answers Nactus's question first. So this is about purchasing. So he goes, well, my dear friend, coins and currency aren't very valuable here. I'm more interested in the fungi that grows here. I'll come to you after Dottie. And if you can collect some fungi for me, and I'm really interested in the gear you're wearing. You see, I don't really get suppliers anymore since the war between the Legion and Drow. I would be happy to trade you some of these potions I have. I can quickly make them. And he smiles, and he kind of gives off he'll make them for you, but he's not going to just... You don't see potions ready that you could just kind of kill him and take them. He would make them for you. And then I'm going to go to Ravert, and then after that, Dottie. So, and then he looks at you, Rav, and goes, yes, the voices. They have stopped. I can't remember what they promised me. They've stopped for me. Did you ask about invincibility?
I made a comment that the one in my head is offering to make me invincible.
I wouldn't trust these voices. Well, it'd be great if you're invincible, but I wouldn't trust them. If I can give you more free advice. I have to say, I'm happy here in my hut. I do not want to go on any quest to become invincible. I like my potions. They keep me invincible. Invincibly happy! And then he looks at you, Dottie. Dottie, you had your hand up?
No, it was just that my understanding of what Phil asked was like if he could get any extra free things, like a free potion or something like that. So I just wanted to check that
Cool.
That was what Phil meant.
He could give you them for free in exchange for fungi.
That's a cost. That's not free.
I know.
That's the barter system, and it was before money.
It was, Sure, it's free.
Okay.
Just for the price.
Okay, so just to clarify, there's nothing there that we can just be like, oh yeah, this is a freebie. Congratulations for reaching this point. Have a sandwich.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Basically, he says if you can get him 20 pounds of edible fungi and 5 pieces of other fungi, which you can harvest. Plus, he wants a lot of adventuring gear, he explains. So he is in need of the bedrolls and other adventuring gear. Then, he can... you can buy potions in that way. Dottie and then Nactus.
One last thing, really quick. Is it too late for Dottie to regurgitate the one she took and hand it to him?
Too late. I like that. You could try, and then just be like, but it'll be like, no.
Cast Ray of Sickness on myself. I'm finished acting the maggot.
So I have a bag here that I have collected random bits of fungi. I don't know if it's quite 20 pounds, but I also know that I might be able to get you some spare adventuring gear and even more mushrooms. But I would need your potions sooner rather than later. I don't intend to hang around here for that long.
In that case, my dear friend, what is your name, Drow?
Important.
Say that again. Your mic cut off.
Is my name important to you,
Of
alchemist?
course, it is all part of my dear trading. It helps with the trading atmosphere. my dear.
I tell you what, Mr. Alchemist. If your name is Alchemist, then I shall be Philanderer. That seems a fair exchange to me.
He offers you. He basically says, "Get the goods," and then he'll give you the potion. But there's no way he'll hand it out because he did that once to the Duergar, and yeah, it gave a lasting memory.
Noctis will turn to the group, knowing full well they probably won't listen to him, and be like, I think if we go and quickly collect some more mushrooms and the rest of the drow equipment, we could get some useful supplies from this one. Are
Oh,
we in
look.
agreement?
You found a way to make yourself useful to us. Go now. Get some more.
I think we should take advantage of Jack's special abilities here and just point to Jackson as like, contest. I know Slink's not here to challenge you anymore, but who can pick up the most heavy things and bring them back here the quickest?
I'll basically what you can use is downtime date. So I'll just take an hour in time where you can, if you want, collect the adventuring gear from the drow and the fungi, and yeah.
Can we make that half? Can we make that half an hour if I enlist the Etten? Persuasion of some sort.
Roll me persuasion with
Can I-
advantage.
Yeah.
And yeah, go Robert.
No, just like I wanted to do that, and yeah, can we just like each of us roll one?
Oh no, sorry. No, oh wait, I gave you advantage.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I wanted one and one roll. Can I roll as another roll so to have it advantage?
So Dottie comes back, and yeah, I'm guessing Dottie gives you the equivalent of, I didn't manage. You're up. It gives you the baton. Robwell,
Wasn't a bit. They didn't want to see a bit of leg. That didn't work. You're going to have to try something else. Maybe they'll like the pet you instead. Just if they suggest it, just go in and make it a lot easier.
brilliant. Yeah, you actually enlist cleverly the Etten, and for 20, they rather collect a whole lot of fungi. Way enough for you enthusiastically. How would you in what way would you
Well,
persuade?
hello, my big friend. You know what? You remember that how friendly you were to us? I wanted to enlist a favor on you, just to make us seal our friendship. Could you help me get all those fungus and this gear? It'll be much appreciated. You'll be great friends afterwards.
We've not had friends in ages. And they go off and they just like ripping the fungi. And so much so, it perfectly, it's enough for all of you. So you go back to the alchemist, who is over the moon that you've collected so much. And his just smile is just even wider, almost unnaturally wide.
A fucking Cheshire cat.
And just
Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah. He just has that. Yeah. Anyway, and goes, this will last me ages. I can give you potions. And he goes, let me have a look. Dottie.
Just as a side note, I imagine that Rob's campaign goes a lot quicker because whenever they're like, you're basically saying to us, you reach a hut, what would you like to do? And the party says, we want to dick around for 45 minutes.
My party is very different. My party is very, this is the room. Cool, we do this, 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 and this. Cool, anything else? No, we move on. Right, you guys are having a rest. What now? We spend like an hour of real time talking about some unrelated crap.
Hey, you guys wanted RP? Feel we can do in our purse chats if you ever want to change the
I'm not complaining. I'm saying it's way better to do it our way.
I like a little bit of
RP is the law. I didn't create such a creepy character for nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, same here with the whole. Fine, speak with that.
not only is the DM happy about hearing that, but also is the alchemist, and he goes, "My friend," and he goes, he clicks his bones and goes, he's in front of this metal, this stone table with all the things, and he starts boiling and goes, my friends, the things I can offer. He goes, I am limited with what I can offer, but there are some things not even Skullport can offer. I can give you the potion that will help you climb or even heal, but I can also give you something else. 1 potion each, my friends. Something to heal, something to help climb, but also something of my own. And he starts to brew, which is the DM who quickly reads. And yeah, cool.
How long have you been down here, alchemist?
He goes, many years. Can't you tell? I've spent so much time, this is me doing alchemy stuff, in this hut, doing many things. And
you honestly, child, you look 16. How could you have been here for years?
Like I said, they call me the alchemist for a reason. Dotty.
Arcana check to see is magical life extending properties of his special drinks.
Oh, damn. Do you have any Arcana proficiency?
Yeah.
Well, just a question. How Arcana is gonna work on like the elements in the mixture, like potions?
Well, magic potion is magic. You have to use magic ingredients to
and you
extend
know
life.
what's it's giving to you.
So the way I see it is, it's like,
let's
that's a
identify.
bit of fungi yellow powder there. Oh, I've heard that goes really well with fire of volcano ashes, that kind of thing. So
Fire of volcano ashes.
you are
just to be clear, I'm not trying to figure out what the secret is and learn the formula. It's just, again, yes or no. Is he able to preserve his own life, or is he like a celestial in disguise or a devil in disguise or something like that? More the former, in the sense that he's keeping himself young with potions and happy and perfectly skinned. He knows what he's doing with his potions. Yeah, so it's like in Dottie's mind, it's like, here is a human who is really good at his craft, not a warlock, for example, or a sorcerer who's just like looked upon this skill.
Totally. I mean, it could be a warlock. It could be anything. It could be a warlock that wants to look young, male, and youthful. Totally could be. And you realize it yourself how, all sorts of things down here can really change the way you look. He could be a celestial or dragon, kind of thing. That's just taking a potion, looks nice and young, but he's definitely master of his craft. So, I'm not going to rule out anything. He could be really anything.
He's good enough for Dottie to trust whatever he makes.
Yeah, pretty much. Definitely.
Part upon the party, the same thing of like, yeah, he's legit. If he gives you something he says is going to do a thing, it'll do a thing.
Enough for you, Vera. It's good enough for me.
Cool. So he starts brewing and goes, my friends, here's the deal. I can, like I said, I can give you healing or the climbing powers or something special, my own concoction. I can help you understand any language. Drinking a potion of mine will help you comprehend a language for a very good hour. Very helpful. Has helped me when all sorts of weird adventuring groups have passed me and I've not been able to understand them. And next, and he kind of looks around to another vial, and it's starting to brew. So the first one is it's a liquid, and it's a clear concoction with bits of salt and kind of soot and other things swirling around it. And then he goes to the next one. And this one, favorite, my dear. You drink this one, and he says that you can't be put to sleep, and even better, you can remain awake, and you don't even need any sleep. And he looks over at at Rava and goes, almost like elves here, except you don't even need to go in a trance. You can do what you like. You don't even need to sleep. And there's this amber-colored liquid that starts to fill up on this vial. What would you like? And he looks at you, Nactus, and goes, my drow friend, what are you interested in?
Potions that helps me to be unseen by those that I would not want to see me.
What about your mom?
Ability, alchemist. I would like a potion of invisibility.
Wouldn't we all? Unfortunately, the fungi rotted away long ago. I'm afraid I can only offer these 4. These are the ones I'm having to trade, my friend.
Comprehend languages. You have jumping. You have healing. And what was the 4th one?
I have climbing, healing, a potion where you can comprehend languages, and then final one, my favorite, you don't need any sleep.
Ah, yes, I remember now.
But it only lasts a day.
I will take the healing, please.
He kind of turns one of the cogs as one of them fills up with the famous red liquid.
And surely one ambiguously named character to another, we can share favors. Perhaps you have a second potion of healing you wish to bestow upon a good friend.
My dear drow, I would love to if one of your friends wants a potion of healing and would give it to you. And he winks. And he gives you a nice try wink. It looks at you, Tabaxian. What would you like? You have offered so much fungi. This has definitely helped.
Well, you offers this limited. I was thinking about potion of haste, but I assume you don't have those.
I'm afraid not, my dear friend.
No worries. So I would much appreciate if you could supply us with a potion of healings. I would like to try to survive. Those actually help with that.
Typical adventurer, always wanting the healing. Really, nothing of my other special potions?
Well,
fair enough.
There is that problem, and you are dead. Not anything else can help you. So I think that's the most reasonable option. But thank you very much. I would appreciate that.
My gnome friend, what about you?
Can I just check what is it, like greater potion of healing or just a minor one?
I'm writing it down now.
Jax would take the potion of climbing. There is a message on our chat.
Oh, really? Perfect. Thanks for whoever did that. All right, my gnome friend.
Yourself?
What would you like?
Oh yeah. You know what? I can do all these things myself, except for that vial of cocaine you've got there. Keeps you awake.
The one that keeps you awake. It is the best. Drink it, and you don't have to sleep for a whole day.
Do I get my spell slots back? That's the thing. Sure, you've tried it. I'm sure you know. You got a few spell slots. Spell slots translating to energy to cast spells. If spell slots are an actual thing in this world.
Oh, spells? I just deal in potions. Looks at you, Rava. My elven friend, what about you?
Sorry, are you talking to me?
You are a sea elf, are you not?
Me? Has yet to be discovered by Me? They'll keep saying I'm a sea elf, but I don't quite believe them.
I've seen many of your folk. It's just your ears. Either way, maybe
I have
just not.
ears?
Those web things. And what would you like?
It's a very good question. Sleep's not much of an issue for me. I just relax. Comprehend languages? Nah, everyone else can do the talking. Climbing?
A
Yes.
potion of find my husband.
Noctis gets a slap.
Portion
not
of
very
reading between the lines.
I'm not very keen on personal interactions ever since the whole face burning thing. Don't come near me, thank you.
And she threatens to slap him.
Shut up.
He interrupts and goes, my friends, please. There's no need for violence here. You're in a safe space. And he kind of just grins. Sorry, I like doing that. Come on, my elf friend. While he starts to bottle up the potion of healing for Robwell, and Nactus.
Thank you.
I have to follow the suit of my friends. I think the healing is no useful for me.
All right. And that is what he hands you.
It says the friends in air quotes.
And he, cool, there we go. And that's what he does. He bottles them up. They finish brewing, and and he goes, my friends, I bid you the best of luck.
By the way, how do you stay safe here? Is that your friend's the only one that protects you?
I keep to myself. This is a good question. I keep to myself. I'm friendly, and my Etin friend keeps me safe.
And also, when you have skills to sell that no one else can sell, and surely you have a bit of safety in that.
He kind of gives you a little wink. He nods his head.
By the way, so that's off meta, off game. Did he tell us where we can look that dagger, where that throw that whatever went?
Yeah, he said he went towards the east.
Okay.
And indicated that there's and you remember there is a tunnel towards the east. There's a tunnel down to the south. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at Viera, and Rava is like, I guess we go.
Straight away.
Do you have any ideas, any other desires from here?
All right, here's what we'll do. Seeing as Jax seems to be away with the fairies for some reason, I'll come up with a plan. Sure, we'll head off towards the east. You will keep a couple of paces ahead of us, as stealthily as possible. Myself and Nactus will stay back and keep an eye on the rear. Jax will be in between us, just in case. And we'll take it, I'd say, a section by section, so don't get too far ahead.
Okay, just keep the 30 feet away from me. I will try to look for anything that's up ahead. I'm just gonna start.
While we're on it, I don't know, I can't see the chat. If Alistair is against it, please let me know. Can Jax roll Divine Sense out for a sec? For 60 feet around to feel for Celestials, Fiends, and Undead.
I think you'd be up for that. You'd have to. You'd.
Jax just Alice has
I don't
full
know.
control.
Alice has full control. Whoop! Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
oh!
Go, Jax. Hey, Jax. Yes. All right.
Jack.
Yep, I remember that. Is this the one with the undead as well, and it pings stuff? What's the spell again?
That is a feature. It's a divine
You
sense.
smell evil.
There you go.
Good.
Divine sense. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxus. Okay, so we're looking for roll up strong evil.
I love the fact that name's Strahd.
As an action, you can use once and check atrocity. You know the enemy. Okay, here we go. Celestial fiend, undead, within 60 feet,
I assume the question is like Nemesis, any of those.
or undead of you that is not behind total cover. Oh.
Or
Yep.
a hallow spell. I don't know if that's relevant, but
Or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. Right. So, okay. So they can't be behind total cover. You know the type. Being worse. Oh, stay there, Robbo. Stay there, Robbo. And cool, awesome. How long does it last for?
it's instantaneous. I think. Hold on. I think it's like 10 minutes. I'm gonna Google real fast.
No,
No
it's
worries.
one action. So it's just well, it is one
Yeah.
action,
Is it like detect magic or is this?
but doesn't.
No,
just
it's
for
like an instant
action.
thing.
Okay. Cool.
So it's for 6 seconds
Yep.
you sense things. That's it.
Done it a few times. So 60 feet. I'm going to. Is that where you want to be
Yes,
when you
I
do
start.
the big ping?
Hold on. 60 feet radius. So. Yeah, actually, somewhere around here would be nice.
Perfect. So you go where you move Jax where you would want to go.
Yeah, that would take care of like this area and this dude.
Yeah,
And,
it would.
like
it would.
everyone around.
Okay. Fantastic. Next is. Guy, you're also paranoid. What's wrong with just a really smiling guy?
He literally just died as a character. Better be paranoid.
You know, Dottie got stabbed in the back, and she's giving people the benefit of the doubt still. So just on that thing, Camille, when it comes to the strategy,
Okay.
like move your token like 30 feet away from the nearest party member, and then just wait until everybody gets within that 30 feet circle before moving on. So we're all covered by each other. None of our
Got it.
spells are
Although
out
I
of range.
cannot go
That's
any
the thing.
further, I was stabbed by GM.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's so that we move as a group so that we can't get into any. Okay, you have to move back 60 feet because you went on too far ahead and something was triggered and
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Okay. Got it.
We move like an amoeba,
All right.
taking out
I'm
its
just gonna-
pseudopod and dragging itself forward.
Makes sense. It's
Cool. I'm gonna say that nothing pings within 60 feet of where you are.
Okay, so he's oh,
Okay, cool.
So this guy, let's say he wasn't a human. He's definitely not just celestial fiend undead. No, we're all good. Nothing pings.
Just
Cool.
Dottie's going to turn to Jax and be like, "So, like, when are you going to listen? Like, trust what I say?" Like, touching gelatinous cube.
I am here to fight. I'm not here to roleplay for Jax.
why not? You got full control at the moment.
Full control means you can answer the question.
I ain't gonna kill her, y'all. I ain't gonna ruin her either.
Why not?
I mean,
It's a chance, man.
if I might interject, I think you should trust Vera more. She's clearly very keenly minded.
Sometimes.
It happens. Sometimes you just gotta take the risk.
Or firebolt in the back. There is also a thing.
Okie dokie. Right. Excellent. Okay. So, keeping time in mind, the following
Oh yeah.
happens. Yeah. So first of all, nothing pings. All good. Yeah. That human is not any of those things. All good. And something happens. I'm just going to move you guys just a little bit back because something happens just before the episode ends. I'm going to drag Jax, who's moving away. I'm like, if you can all just
Listen, everyone left.
yeah. So as you guys walk out, you've done the ping, and you guys are walking out. There is, so the guy waves. He's like, "Bye, good luck," and you suddenly see something that drops from the ceiling. So if you think there's it's all a cave, and then there must be an opening at the top, where suddenly this freaking large thing just goes, and it scares the bejesus out of you as this freaking red dragon goes, looks up at you. Okay. All right. Just before this happens, roll me nature and roll me initiative.
Well, wait. I mean,
No.
It's initiative for a conversation. Relax.
sure. Nature. Sure, I can roll your nature.
25 when it matters.
Oh, dear lord, we're gonna get killed by a
What
dragon.
advantage? I don't want advantage.
Jax has the Mila curse.
I wonder why. Maybe it's because Mila is rolling for him. For her. I'm so sorry.
Nice.
If Jax is
As
watching, I
always, folks.
apologize. Doing my best. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna leave now.
Okay, is that everyone in? Okay.
Keep in mind that I was self-linked, like the moment that we were exiting cave, so I wouldn't be in the middle of the cave.
Okay, cool. Brilliant. So this dragon rises down, looks at you, holds in this breath. This is a surprise attack, and just goes and bursts out this flame. This flame heads towards you. Right. There's a deck save. Oh, Dottie, you had a nature check. 20. Brilliant. Okay, so before you're engulfed by this flame, you know exactly the type of dragon, and it's called the April's Fool's Dragon.
Really? Really?
No dragon.
Oh, fucking.
I wish you had your camera on, Alice. That would have been good.
I mean,
And that's the end of the episode.
well, it was a pretty good joke.
It was a good one, yeah.
There you go. Good. And that concludes episode 38. We are at 6 p.m.
Let's
Thanks
just
very much.
say bye to stream straight away. So thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks, Jax.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
stream.
Bye, Bye, Jax.
Bye, Jax. Or Alistair.
Fun.
Yeah.
Bye, Jax. Join us for Discord if you want.
Okay.
Yep.
Can we all cry
Please
about?
do. What?
Can we start to cry?
Well,
Oh.
we are out of the